And today I'll be discussing how does Pisces see the other zodiac signs. Now, very first thing I'm gonna discuss is that Pisces don't just see people, they see patterns. So everybody else could be listening to words, Pisces is watching behaviors, energy, body language, motives, and consistency across the board. So that's why people get uncomfortable. So a lot of times it's not because a Pisces is simply judging the other person. That's not always the case. Let me see if I could put this up because I can't see. Do 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 do. Nope, nope, it's not that. Okay, so I know what I'll do. Okay, so I'm gonna just do this. That's somewhat easier. Okay, so Pisces don't just see people. So basically, it's not because a Pisces will judge a person, but Pisces they notice everything. So they seldomly miss anything. Now, I guess I gotta hold it because I can't see nothing, bro. Now, okay. Now, at times people will feel judged by Pisces because a Pisces notices everything. Now, so let's say the red flags. What's going on, Gage? The red flags Pisces sees as well. Now, when it comes to every zodiac sign, a Pisces has to earn. I mean, not a Pisces, but other other zodiac signs they have to earn a Pisces trust. What's going on, Davis? How you doing? And so I'm gonna break this down for y'all. All right, so let me talk about. Let me see here. Okay, so how does a Pisces see the other zodiac signs? That's what I'm gonna break this down first. Okay, so I'm gonna give y'all the right and the wrong ways because everybody knows that a Pisces has mastered all the other zodiac signs. So when it comes to the secret that nobody talks about with Pisces is they just carry a little bit, not all the traits, but they carry just a little bit of every sign inside of them. And it's hot as a mother. My bad, y'all. Okay, let me turn this off. Okay, my bad, y'all. Whew, that's a little bit better. Now, okay, so like I say, a Pisces carries just a little bit of all the other zodiac sign traits inside of them. So this could be a blessing or it could be dangerous because like I say, you don't really know when you're gonna do this. You don't know when you're gonna pull, something out that shouldn't be out. So it's almost like you either can adapt or you could just simply lose yourself just by having that trait. See, now let's say with Aries. Now the right, as Pisces sees the Aries, the right way is that Pisces, they learn confidence. It's kind of like a person being a good role model, setting the example, in that type of way. Now, let's say when you are with an Aries, you tend to see the motivation, the dedication, and someone who just goes out, goes for it. Now, that's cool and all, but the wrong way that a Pisces looks at an Aries is that this can make Pisces become reckless. Again, having that, those little few traits, not all the traits, but just having and it's like when you look at it, it's like it could be like I say, it could be a blessing or a danger because like, yeah, you could be reckless, but it's almost like you don't know when you're going to be reckless. It's almost like it just comes out and you just notice it. And it's like, you might feel like, well, damn, I'll just figure it out later. I don't really know why I just did that. It's like anything could just bring something. I appreciate that, Ava. It's like, yeah, you just be like, I'll figure it out later. You just realize, like, okay, you probably be surprised by the way you behave, because it's like not your original natural self. So you even sometimes surprise yourself when you behave in such a way. Now, another thing that a Pisces will see with Aries is that the right thing is that a Pisces will look at the Aries and say, okay, you Pisces may learn, to stop asking for permission. So what this means is, like, sometimes a Pisces that walks on eggshells or feels like they have to go about something, or at least when they're trying to be, polite or trying to be respectful of other people's boundaries, they may, simply ask for permission and say, hey, can I have this? Can I get this? Because a Pisces could just be known for, or just have a bad habit of taking stuff without asking, or just helping themselves to things. So it could be a situation where, okay, now I want to respect the boundaries. Let me be a little bit more, like, respectful in the best way I can. Can I have this? But you may pick up that the right, what is I'm looking for? You may pick up on the right way of the Aries situation. Like, okay, the Aries tell you, things like, oh, bro or sis, you don't have to ask. You can just get it, little stuff like that. So now the wrong way, the more dangerous aspect is that the Pisces starts, unnecessary fights. So again, you don't know when this is going to come out. You could literally just be talking to someone calmly and then next thing you know, you want to fight. Well, you just pick something to fight about, where you might just realize, like, damn, why was I trying to fight this person over, some Crocs or something stupid or crazy. It don't have to be something stupid. It could be something major. But it's like, you could be about to throw down with somebody over something and you don't even know why. Like, damn, how did that even come out of me, So that could be one thing. So sometimes people can catch strays, it's like, you don't know who gonna crash out on. It's just like, it could be the person holding the door. It could be the person at the end, at the end of the tunnel. It could be somebody you just bump into and you just start, what you doing? You just all in their face, like, like you about to throw down. So, that's one thing. Now, when a Pisces sees a Taurus, like, in the right light, it's more like a Pisces will learn consistency. Now, on the flip end, on the dangerous note, the wrong way, a Pisces could get comfortable and stop growing. So it's like, sometimes after working hard, you might feel like, well, hey, I'm not picking up no shifts no time soon. You might either, just try to call your own off time and say, damn, I ain't going in for, I ain't picking up all them shifts no more. Because, sometimes with a Taurus, they could be like that, where, they will go to work every day. They're very, very stable. It's like, and like, that could just be their routine. But then if they was picking up shifts where they, in the time of life where they wanted the, overtime, the extra pay, then that's one thing. So it's like, okay, when they done got what they needed, they go back to their regular schedule. I appreciate that, Ava. You too. I appreciate coming out. Subscribe if you haven't. Let me see. Say, hey, you say, yeah. I mean, I feel this is not, like I say, what I'm talking about is not related to tarot. What's your name, Mario? This ain't related to tarot, fam. So like I say, this ain't to me, it's not witchcraft, because witchcraft is something you would do to control somebody intentionally. You got to know, with witchcraft, everything is done intentional. It's like a person trying to control somebody's mind with something that, a different source other than, the creator. But in my in my type of situation, bro, I'm just talking about the relation of how Pisces sees the other signs, bro. It's like you can, like, for instance, you could be doing exactly what I'm doing right now and wondering why. Okay, if you hear something and you say, okay, well, why is that? There's an answer to everything, bro. Whether it's something foreign. You know, one thing, I'll tell you this, bro. The craziest thing that I noticed is one person can speak one form of language. Another person can speak Portuguese or something different. Another person can speak Spanish. Another person can speak a whole nother, and bro, we don't know what they're talking about if you're not, familiar with the language. But you can't say, oh, that's witchcraft, or oh, that's you just flinging stuff because, you heard it from somewhere. Like, trusting I'm talking about the real witchcraft, not the one that, oh, what you think it is. And that's another thing. Like me, I can ask you hypothetically, what do you know what witchcraft is? You can explain in the chat. Do you know what witchcraft is? I want to know. Tell me your version of witchcraft, because I'm gonna tell you now, what I hate when people say stuff and they can't back it up. They don't know what the hell they're talking about. They just going off of, oh yeah, somebody said this, bro. It's like so many people say so much stuff, and bro, to me, you gonna believe whatever you heard, whatever was said, but do you know what it is? See, because you know what's crazy? You telling me that, hey, this is witchcraft. You're using witchcraft. Do you know that? Because witchcraft is a form of control. So it's like, let's say you don't like what I'm doing and you say, oh, that's witchcraft. Then what you're trying to do is say something just to get me to stop or feel guilty or feel like, oh, damn, I'm doing something wrong. And I don't feel anything. So you're trying to control how I feel about something I'm doing. That's why I'm telling you, if somebody else is speaking a foreign language, or are you going to say, oh, why are you speaking like that? Because you don't speak that. You can't control the other person, bro. You can't control that person is speaking a different language just because you don't speak that. You don't speak the foreign language. That's why I just said I'm not mad. It's just that I'm very passionate about these type of topics, and I'm very passionate about explaining things to people, because people really can bash something and never. They could, for instance, they could say, "Oh, I hate Android." Why do you hate Android, bro? Have you ever owned an Android? What phone did you have? But just to make a bold statement, oh man, Android sucks. Have you owned an Android? Well, you can't say that, because it's actually a good phone, a good, whether you pick iOS, but to each his own. Everybody got their favorite. But to me, it's almost like a debate, like an argument, because it's like, bro, Android is good, bro. You just got to get the right phone under Android. But it's like, you can't just say it sucks, just because you heard something about it, or, hearsay. Bro, it's, to me, if I'm gonna tell you one thing that I know for certain. If a person was doing witchcraft, bro, do you think they're gonna be sitting in my car just like me? You think they're gonna be wearing Celtics hat and Reebok t-shirts and shit? No. Nope. If I was doing witchcraft, you will see satanic Baphomet symbols and shit all in the background, and you'll see candles everywhere. You'll see a shrine of like a desk full of like candles and shit burning and all kind of shit, bro, to where you gonna know, oh yeah, this is what the witchcraft shit is. Like, you gonna know, you gonna see it. But see, me, it's like, I'm not doing none of that, bro. Like I say, whatever you do is you, whatever I do is me, bro. That's all I'm saying. Yeah, everybody can say what they want. Toy, it's just like, to me, I feel like, and I know this is my problem. I know everybody not gonna be like me, okay, or think like me. I understand that's why we all have our opinion. But it's just like, if somebody say something, you gotta say what, you gotta explain, bro. Like, you gotta say more than what, oh, that's this. Okay, then what do you know about it to know that it's that? So it's like, don't just say something just because you don't, you don't like it or whatever it may be. But even I had to learn this for myself. It's like, okay, if I see something and I can't just bash something just because I don't rock with it, I gotta have reasons of evidence. Okay, this is this and this is why I don't do that, and this is what causes this. So it's like me, it's just like controversy. Excuse me, everything is controversial. Like, for instance, what Christians can do versus, other things, other, let's say compared to the Catholics, and everything's different. But the reason why I know that everything we see is different, because, bro, if there's more than one sin, bro. There's more than one sin. Let that right there sink in, fam. So imagine you're judgmental. You don't take the eye out of the camel's, take the needle out of your own eye before you look at somebody else and say that, hey, you got something in your eye. It's like, bro, you gotta know you're walking with God and you ain't making no mistakes. You just 100% perfect. You're not, bro. You know how hard it is to stay, like, consecrate yourself and be like without sin, bro. It's not easy, bro. You could slip up you could tell a lie and now you done sin. You could go have sex with somebody, now you done sin. You look at a woman in a lustful way and that's not your wife, you've already sinned, fam. It's so many things you could do to sin that, oh, you're doing witchcraft. Bro, being judgmental is a sin, bro. It's just as bad, bro. You can still go to hell for it, bro. You could go to hell for witchcraft. You could go to hell for being controlling. You could go to hell for looking at yourself as being overly righteous, bro. It's so many things that can literally be considered a sin, bro. That the only thing you could do is ask for forgiveness, forgive other people, and try your best to walk in love, bro. That's the only, like I say, those are like the 3 P's: joy and happiness, bro. But to like look at your brother or sister and say, oh man, you doing something wrong, bro. Oh man, I see you doing, bro. Before you judge somebody else, you better be 100% without sin, bro. And it's a lot of stuff that people do that they don't even know about that they've sinned, bro. Talking about people, gossiping, engaging in watching certain shit on TV. It's all kind of stuff that could be, considered a sin, bro. No, that's why I said, like, bro, that's why with me, I keep my faith in everything to myself, bro. Because I don't be wanting to argue about this type of shit with people who are trying to say, yo, you shouldn't do this. Everybody, bro, it's to the point. You get people that get puffed up in these organizations. If they're, a pastor of a church, they, do whatever they do. It's like, bro, they always feel like they're better than you, or like, oh, like they don't do anything wrong. But then you catch pastors in between a woman's legs eating her cat on the internet, and it's like, oh, okay. So you the one, you see you over a church, and now you between a woman's legs doing the nasty. My point exactly. Anybody can literally fall short and literally slip and do something, bro. You human, bro. You see, I'm not saying it's okay. I'm saying, do you know how hard it is to walk a straight line, bro? And not veer to the left or the right. I'm just saying. And then I'm going to tell you, most times when you look at somebody else and you say, oh, man, that's bad, bro. You know, man, you can't be doing that, bro. Guess what? You have to eat what you telling somebody else, because you gotta be able to pass the same test that you looking at somebody else. See? So that's why I don't get off into the pointing finger things and like saying this and you doing this, and bro, that ain't my place, bro. Cause you just like, to me, it's too much stuff, bro. It's too many little innuendos and too many things, bro. And it's almost like, yeah, like you could, you know what's crazy? A person could be evil, right? And if they we don't know if they got a relationship with God and they, you know, they reach out to God, guess what? They could be saved just like that. Because just, you know, it's almost like whatever person relationship with God is like, that's their own private, personal, you know, bond, their own personal situation going on, bro. It's like you don't know what people do. You don't know what people are, what they do for faith and, you know, what they go about. But it's like you just gotta leave that type of stuff alone, because it's personal. It's like, it's personal. I don't know. You could be evil. You could be Bin Laden in the flesh. And hey, you might pray to God every night. You know, you don't know. You don't know, so you can't judge, bro. You cannot judge, bro. It's like you're not gonna know everything a person does, if that makes sense. You said, well, he is still, man, he can still be a pastor. Yeah. I'm saying the whole point of me saying that was the fact that when you hear stuff like this, it's almost unbelievable. Like, dang, you know, like, because the woman recorded him doing that to her, knowing he was a pastor, and then she put it on the internet. So it's like, what go on in the dark come to light, to where you just realize, like, bro, some of the most evil people are in the pulpit, bro. In church, the people sitting in the damn, you know, the people that's going to church are like some of the most evil people, bro. That's how you know, like, it ain't no, if everybody was perfect, it wouldn't be no church, bro. That's what I'm trying to say. Everybody in church, then they dope dealers, all kind of shit, sitting up in church, bro. Yeah, they trying to get right. That's the whole thing. So it's like, that's what Jesus, he hung with the sinners, bro. So it's like, you know, trying to redeem them and bring them, you know, bring them to the good side. But it's like, what all I'm saying is, there's never gonna be somebody that's like fully clean. It wouldn't even need nothing if they good. They ain't doing nothing to be, you know, having to repent for, you know. He said he should have carried himself differently. There's no one that's perfect. That's what I'm trying to say. Even if you, like, I ain't gonna lie, when I was younger, I actually tried, bro. Like, I went to church I ain't gonna say every Sunday, but I went like a lot, you know, pretty frequently, pretty consistent here and there. But that's another thing. You will go every Sunday, and then it's like, you might miss 1 or 2, 3 or 4, 5 or 6, and then it's like, then when you come back, people are looking at you, trying to make you feel guilty for missing, like, where you been at? Oh, you know, and then you feel like, am I really coming to church because of y'all? Or because you're supposed to be doing it for yourself. Appreciate the sparkle, Ariel. It's like, you're supposed to be doing it for yourself. You don't want to be trying to put on this whole act, or just being letting these people control you into, you know, putting a suit on. You got to have a suit on to come to church. You know, that's like most people that, you know, follow Baptists, they do the whole religion thing, where if a person is religious, is totally different from someone who's spiritual, that has a relationship with God. They just not put it like this, is they just non-denomination. You know, that's what I am, non-denomination. So it's like, bro, you come to God as you are. It ain't no put a suit on, hold the door, be a usher, hold the door, all these little like control positions, bro. And then you can't slip up, mess up nothing. You can't show up late, miss a service. It's just all this little stuff, these rules. And it's like, that's the whole thing. Like, bro, it's just like the military. Like, you can be, if you raised up in church, you're gonna behave a certain way. If you go to the military, that type of situation is going to like brainwash you and really have a control over how your whole mindset change, bro. Like going in, ain't nothing how you gonna be when you get out of the service, bro. And that's what I'm trying to say. Most people say, oh, that's discipline. No, it's not, bro. Like it's a form of how you have to be to survive in the military, but it be messing people up, bro. It be messing up people. Like they either come out and they don't, you know, they be too serious all the time, or just have like a whole lot of stress built up for no reason. Don't even smile, don't even have fun, bro. I done seen folks messed up from the military, bro, or the Air Force. Okay, let me see. Yeah, church is in your heart, definitely. Just yeah. It's like that's the whole thing why. That's the whole thing why I don't mention it unless somebody say something about it, or somebody asks me something, or you know, want to know something, because you don't want to, you know, some people get judgmental, or they get to a point where they think just because they found God, they think that, oh, they you know, they become puffed up with pride, and you know, become self-righteous, where they start, you know, looking at themselves up here and you down here, and that's a sin, bro. Oh, you done got saved and you've been in your Bible, you've been praying and fasting, and now you see somebody with, you know, you quick to point out the whole little speck in my eye, but you ain't looking at yourself, you know what I'm saying? So it's like, bro, yeah, you don't tear somebody down and point out something bad somebody doing. You just simply pray for them, and that's it, bro, and keep it moving. But it's like, you ain't supposed to be sitting there though. It's not like you are not God, and you can't be pointing fingers and doing stuff, because then you gotta reap that. And then the same stuff you looking at somebody else and thinking what they should do differently, you gonna be tested with the same damn thing that you pointing fingers at them for. And it's crazy because, like, bro, I say this. There's a lot of things that, like I say, you shouldn't do nothing that you feel guilty for doing, bro. Because if you feel guilty for doing something, then what that is a conviction. So if you doing any type of thing, you feel, oh man, I shouldn't be doing this, and you doing it anyway, that's like intentionally sinning, bro. When you doing something and you know why you're doing it, you ain't feeling guilty about it, because you saying, okay, I know exactly what I'm doing. And I don't see me doing nothing mischievous, or, you know, dirty or wrong, if I'm just talking about something and sharing it. People do that every day. People talk about the game, the stuff they read on TV. All it is a conversation. That's why I said, unless you see a whole bunch of candles, you see a whole bunch of what is it, six-point star, Baphomet symbols, and all kind of chains and necklaces, bracelets, shit burning all over the place, that's when you would know, okay, yeah, this person is into some shit. But still, that's them, bro. That is them. Separate the energy. That's them. And then I must be me. I'm gonna be me, because you don't know. Like, put it to you like this. Did you pick your parents when you were born into the world? Nope. You didn't have no control. You just showed up. Okay. Boom. Did you ask to be born? Nope. You just ended up, like I say, you just ended up coming out. This is the intro that you were introduced to the world. And guess what? You had no control. You had no control over how you got here, bro. If that don't make sense to you, then nothing will, bro. If you didn't ask to be here, you can't expect for, oh yeah, you still be so accountable for everything if I didn't ask to be here. So yeah, I'm gonna be accountable once I'm taught what's right and wrong, because at 15 you know the difference between right and wrong. Therefore you'll be accountable because you be consciously aware, fam. And isn't that what I'm doing now, telling people how to be aware? So you could look at it in a form, you could look at it in a negative sense, or you could say, damn, this brother's calling this to, he hanging out with the zodiacs, but he telling people how to be aware and not to fall for the illusions. Okay, so he doing God's work, and it's just in a different way. That's why I say stop judging people, bro. You don't know what the hell I'm doing this for, bro. That's why I tell people, like, anybody could be doing something, hanging out with somebody that everybody think they shouldn't be hanging with, but you don't know if they doing God's work. You don't know what they telling these folks. And just know, like, if a person don't even mention God, bro, that would definitely tell you they don't have no personal relationship with God, bro. Just to hear somebody say, oh, I pray for you, that should ring a bell. Okay, he wouldn't have said that had he not been doing that already. Okay, since y'all really think, if anybody think I'm doing something evil, I'm gonna prove it to you that I'm not, bro. Watch this. Okay, look at this. I showed people this before. This book says prayers that root out demons, bro. Okay, so that's the first thing. So here we go. Okay. Just to pop anybody's bubble that think, oh, people that think, oh yeah, you're doing something evil, bro. Okay. Oh, what'd you know? Right here is a prayer for demons, bro. It says, I bind and rebuke all moon deities and demons operating through the moon and the stars in the name of Jesus. What does it say? What does it say right here? Just so whoever thought that, oh yeah, this man is evil. What does it say right there? Let me show y'all, zoom in on this. This book is, you could tell I've been using, let me find it. It's right here. 2 Kings. Okay. So that lets you know right there. If you can see it, it's a 2 Kings right there. Chapter such and such, verse such and such. Why would I have this book in my damn car? And you see it's raggedy because I use it. Come on, bro. Oh, but I'm just so evil. He doesn't know God. He's doing witchcraft. Okay, bro. Matter of fact, hold on. Now, see, you done got me started, bro. Let me see. This is why I tell you, do you even know what witchcraft is, bro? Okay. Okay, so let me break this down. Right here, prayer for witchcraft. I renounce all witchcraft, sorcery, divination, and occult involvement in the name of Jesus. It's right here, bro. These are all the renunciations, bro. Renunciations right there, bro. I have it every, look, I renounce all lust, perversion, immorality, uncleanness, impurities, and sexual sins. Am I out here having sex with anyone? No. Do I have a girlfriend? Yes. And even she knows I'm not having sex till I'm married. So don't come on here and say one thing, oh, you doing witchcraft. Bro. You doing witchcraft. You project. See, the thing is, I'm gonna tell you, bro, the secret, bro, is people that accuse you of stuff, they're doing it, bro. When you judge, you're doing it. So you're projecting, bro. See? Now, the reason with the whole the sex before marriage, the problem is the soul ties, bro. Now, this ain't no joke, bro. The soul tie, appreciate the gift, the happy poop, Misty. How you doing? Yeah, see, this is a thing, bro. Everybody can say, that's why I like talking about the illusion and the facade, bro. Is everybody got their own version of what they know. You could talk about frequency, and my frequency is totally different. So you saying, you might say 333 and say that mean maybe that's more related to, you know, angelic. And it's like with me, that's a frequency. But here's the thing, all these frequencies mean something, but it's not for a person to go real deep into it, where that's all they know, that's all they're pretty much saying and doing. And I've seen it all the time with people, you know, putting 444, getting it tatted on their neck, you know, little things like that. But the whole thing is, with peace, joy, and happiness, it takes a certain frequency for you to even do that and be like that and live like that on a day-to-day. Because demons, see, the people don't know the frequency of demons, bro. It's beneath you, bro. See, demons, they come at a low point, meaning they come from hell, bro. So you gotta know that's closest, that's beneath you, beneath the surface. So that's why when a person is demon possessed, that's why they have to have hands laid on them with anointing oil to get them casted out, bro. Where your hand has to be placed on their head, bro. Because that demon come from underneath. See? It hijacks your soul. So you don't even have control over your actions once a demon take over your body, bro. It's even people out here that you think are people, and they are full-blown demons, bro. Man, you done got me started, bro. Okay. See, you gotta know the names of the demons, bro. You gotta know what you you have to know what you're binding and casting out, bro. Like me, I have the gift of tongues. I've been baptized in the name of the Father, Son, the Holy Spirit, the Trinity, bro. I'm chosen, bro. I know who I am in Christ, bro. So don't come on here trying to say nothing, bro, because, bro, like, you don't know. This is how I do. I bind it. Bro, I pray every day. I pray every day. That I'm not saying I'm great. I'm just saying, like, bro, there's a difference. See, I'm going to say this, bro. People pray different, bro. And like I say, if you look, okay, for instance, let's look at quenching the fire of the enemy, bro. Because a lot of time you could go through life and just constantly feeling the flames of the enemy, bro. It's like everything you do, it get destroyed. You go get a car. Everything went great when you went to the dealership, got the car. But then now they messed up your hours on the job. Now they're going to, repo it and you lose it. Devil just stole it from you, bro. In those moments, you got to pray, bro. You got to pray, fam. It's not going to fix itself, bro. Ain't nothing you could do in your own might to fix that, bro. You have to rely on God to fix it for you, bro. That's why you got to have a relationship with God, meaning you actually know God, bro. You talk to God. Or you might be thinking, how do you talk to God? You have to close your eyes and pray, bro. Just because you can't physically see him does not mean he's not there, bro. That's the whole thing. Like I tell people, you have to reach a higher state of consciousness, bro. If you're not aware, you're screwed. if you're not even, this is the craziest thing. If you are not aware, you still have to suffer the consequences for not being aware, bro. So it's like saying, get on the boat. And then even if you don't get on, your ass, you still screwed. If you don't, it's like you have to get on the boat. If you don't, it's like Noah's Ark, bro. If you don't get on the boat and somebody's sitting there telling you and prophesying to you that, hey, this is what's gonna happen, bro, you getting left behind, you gonna suffer. All having a relationship with God, what it really does is give you, it's like car insurance, bro. Life insurance. It's like, okay, I know that I'm good when I leave from here. Leave from where? From this life. Okay? Everything's spiritual. That's why, see, we're given so many signs, bro. So like let's say a person passed away. A person, I say this, you seldomly see a dead person with their eyes open, bro. Let that sink in. Why would a person's eyes shut when they die, bro? Why does your eyes have to close for you to pass away? Because now you're in a whole nother realm, bro. Oh, that's why I keep telling everybody it's what you can't see, bro. There's so much stuff going on around you, outside of you, even when your eyes are closed, bro. All you see is darkness, bro. That right there is a sign, fam. That's see, you looking at the darkness, that means something. It ain't over. Just because your eyes closed, you ain't escaped nothing. That's why people that commit suicide, they go straight to hell, bro. You ain't have a chance to repent. That's why the devil that's why the devil tempted Jesus to jump off the little cliff, the little bridge thing. And then he lied and said, I'll catch you on the way down. Thinking like, see, he tried to deceive Jesus because, like I say, how many people think somebody is their friend, bro? How many people trust the enemy not knowing he's your enemy, bro? Like, you know what I'm trying to say? Like, the enemy will think that a person will fall for it just because they said something, bro. But like I say, it's so much more to a situation than just church, bro. That's all I'm saying. You got to know what you're up against, bro. It's a lot of people that just go fill the pews and literally they don't know nothing about what's being taught. They don't know nothing about nothing, bro. And then you got to go to Bible study. You got to see, everything got to be broken down to you for you to understand it, bro. Because otherwise, if somebody tell you about a parable in the Bible, bro, you going to read it like a book. And you're not going to get nothing out of it. Because you're going to read it like a book. You're going to be, and Peter did this and this and this. And it's like, you're going to read it and not understand what the whole message is behind it, bro. That's why God said, many, few, what is the, many are called, few are chosen type of situation. So it's only going to be a set few people that's really going to understand what he's saying behind his parables, bro. And that's the thing, bro. You read what you sow. For instance, a person might hear that and say, what does that mean? You reap what you sow. The shit you put out into the universe will come back to you. You know, it's like if you put out wrong, bad, evil into the world, then that's what you're going to get. That's what you're going to receive. But like I say, to me, it's so many, I'm going to tell you, bro, keep it 100 with you. And this is why bro, the world's going to end someday. We don't know when it's going to end, bro. But the whole thing is, a lot of people don't even know that they on their way to hell, bro. They ain't on their way to hell and they don't even know it. Now, I know what people thinking, oh, well, here we go. They don't want to talk about it. They don't want to talk about it. That's why I be saying, bro, I keep my faith to myself, bro, because but then it's like, because look, bro, you could tell somebody the right way, and guess what? They ain't gonna do it. They ain't gonna do it, bro. If I say, yeah, man, if you just keep straight, hey, you'll walk right into happiness, bro. There's a lot of people that know the truth, they still ain't finna do it, bro. That's why you gotta keep your faith to yourself, bro. Unless God really leads you to do something and talk to somebody, bro, you can tell somebody, don't do this, and they gonna do it, bro. Look at Adam and Eve, bro, with the apple situation. You know, God told Adam not to eat from the tree of life, bro. In spite of who tempted who, he still made a decision which displeased God, because he ain't listen. It's gonna always be people like Adam, bro. They're not gonna listen, bro. You could tell somebody the truth, and guess what? They ain't gonna listen. And this is like, bro, with that being said, like me, I had an argument with my cousin, bro. And it was the worst argument that I ever had with somebody talking about this topic, bro. Worst argument of my life. To the point where I didn't really talk to him much after that, bro. No more. Not a grudge, just, to me, it's like my cousin's an atheist, so it was like, to me, it was pointless to talk about these things with him, because he challenging everything I'm saying, like who wrote the Bible, how you believe what a man told you, and you know how folks is. Hey man, Jesus is black, and bro, just saying stuff that's not making sense, bro. Like, bro, I'm telling him, you focus on the wrong shit, bro. You already said you don't believe in God. That's your own personal opinion, fam. We done talking. In the story. That's why I say, like, bro, it's one thing to just keep what you believe in to yourself, bro. Because, bro, we was almost finna fight. We was finna throw down over just talking, like you and I, we were just talking about, whoop-de-woo, the Bible, different things. And I'm trying to help him. And this man just he just really wasn't trying to take what I was trying to tell him, bro. That's why I say it's like talking to someone until you blue in the face. You simply can't. You lead a horse to water, but you cannot make the horse drink the damn water. So he said, hug it out. But that's the thing, bro. Too many people, they focus on the wrong stuff, bro. And then that confuses people, and then they take it out of context. And they literally miss the whole important thing, like the most important thing that they should know. And they just, bro, to me, I ain't gonna lie. Once we were done talking about the whole, because I told him, like, bro, you just believe what you believe, cuz, you know what I'm saying? I pray for you. And he was like, don't pray for me. Don't pray for me. Just pray for yourself. And, I'm like, go. All right, bro. And then it was like, you know how you talk about something like spiritual with a person and they going against you, and it's like they ain't trying to hear nothing you got to say. He was just sitting there we was in the kitchen, and something just felt totally off and different after the whole situation. I literally got up from the table and I was like, yo, love, cuz I just left. I'm like, I told him, like, I don't even want to be here, bro, after having this little back and forth with you. You know what I'm saying? Because it was like, you ain't about what I'm about. And it's like, I could already feel the button heads, like the tension. And I don't like the whole, to me, it's like, it's energy, bro. Like, your energy bumping against mine, because you the total opposite. And it's like, I can't be like, eating at the same dinner table and talking and chopping up with you, knowing you feel like that, if that makes sense. Now, the reason is because a person can do something to you behind stuff like that, and it's like you don't even know that was the reason, you know. It was just like shit just got weird, and it stayed weird, and like it's to me, you know. And I understand people say, well, as a person is your family, you know, you should, you know, still get with them. And I'm like, bro, we ain't got nothing in common, bro. It ain't nothing to talk about. It's dry. I don't like the fake love. I don't like the fake dabbing you up. I don't fuck with nothing fake, bro. It's not my speed. So I don't. And it's like, if you look at your family, folks that you know, you ain't even get to pick. You ain't even get to decide who you wanted the family to be. So you have to end up making family for yourself sometime, you know? And that's the Rolex. I mean, I feel like that to me, worried about the you know, the whole race and trying to make it a race situation is like, it's a distraction from what a person really is supposed to get from it. It's like saying, it's like talking about something and you miss the point type of situation. Like, who cares if it's yellow, red, you know, green, you know, white, black, whatever. It's like, bro, you still gotta get saved, bro. You still should. Oh no, I don't. Okay, in the story, in the discussion, and it stops there. Because all it is you literally gonna end up just not so much upset. You just gonna be like, okay, well, I tried to help you, but if the person don't even see it as help to begin with, y'all ain't got nothing to talk about, bro. Ain't nothing to talk about, because it's like, you gotta understand that if a demon got somebody's mind, bro, their soul, then you hanging with them, what would they do to you? And it's like, it could be a bad influence because they're influenced by something else other than what you influenced by. Because, for instance, if I go with my family, you know, I don't smoke no more. So, you know, it's a lot of rolling up, you know, smoking. Here you go. You want to hit this? No, bro, I'm good, bro. I don't smoke. But now I'm looked at as a cornball, looked at as lame because I don't smoke, bro. I don't smoke because it's an illusion, bro. It's fake. It's fake, bro. A cigarette don't do shit, fam. Listen, I don't run from my problems. I face them and I pray. End of story, bro. Because listen, you need your senses. You need all six. You need all of your five senses. Like I say, everything, your touch, taste, smell, hear. You need everything to work. You need clarity, bro. And here's the thing. How would you know when to leave something? How would you know to leave something alone? How would you know what your limits were? How would you even know where to set boundaries if you don't know where the hell to set them, because you're high and because you try to numb yourself, and literally, what if it was already time for you to leave that job? And then you stayed on that job because you hitting cigarettes and smoking to numb the pain. And now it's almost like you're delusional to the whole mere fact that, damn, I'm stressed out. And it's the damn job. It's time to move around. It's like, but you don't even get your body don't feel nothing, because when you literally sober, you gonna feel that this ain't the job. You're going to feel, oh, it's time to end this shit. But you can't end the cycle when you numbing up, bro. Because you ain't going to feel nothing to be wrong. When everything is hell. When everything you that you're going through to even have the cigarette is hell, bro. You don't have no peace. So that's why I say I want all my senses to work 100%, bro. So if something happen, I need to be fully on point, fully aware. Because listen, that cigarette it's an ending. See, you gotta know, bro. If you don't end the cycle, you become a part of the cycle, bro. It's almost like every cycle comes to an end, bro. And if you smoke, I'm gonna tell you, if you smoke, you have anything that is attached to you, bro, it will take you up out of here, bro. Because you don't have no self-control. See, that's what I say. I refuse to let anything control me and have me stuck to it, fam, because that's how paralysis, bro, it have you literally locked in bondage, bro. Like sex, bro, you could get too like addicted to where you can't stop thinking about it. And you think you have to have it, fam, until you get into a mode where you like, I'm waiting till I'm married, bro, because it doesn't make sense for me to do this shit just to be doing it, bro. To me, it ain't about feeling good, bro. It's about, wait a minute. Because look, bro, think about it. You might think to yourself, well, damn, you ain't gonna feel nothing. You don't want to go do this. Why should I, bro? Why? Why should I go out there and F around, bro? Some little temporary fling. I used to think like that. I ain't gonna lie, I used to think like that. But it ain't something that I'm finna, now that I thought of, like now that I'm older, now that I, thought things through, wait till I'm married, bro. I'm not finna be out here sectioning around sleeping with folks, because guess what? The STDs, the STI rate is high as hell. Now everybody got herpes. Now everybody got all kinds of fucking diseases and infections, bro. Infections, bro. It's 2026, bro. It's only gonna get worse. So now you got it's gonna come a point you're gonna have to have that COVID mask right back on, fam. Because everything gonna be biohazard all over the fucking world, fam. That's what I say. This feel like, you gonna feel like everybody damn near Bane from Batman, fam. It's to the point where you ain't gonna be able to just do stuff without it. What? Without you becoming part of the damn cycle. It's like, think about it. If somebody, God forbid, let's say somebody gave you herpes, God forbid. Now you feel like a victim, and now you want to get back at somebody because, oh, somebody surprised you with it. And now you mad at the world because now that situation ruined your life some way, somehow. You want to go spread it, or you want to go infect somebody else off guard because that was done to you. So that's why it's like this type of knick-knack paddywhack type thing ends up taking you out, bro. It's like it leads to your demise, bro. So it's like, do you want something in life to have a control over you so tough? Like, to me, I feel like with me, I'm different, bro. And I refuse to let something control me, bro. Like, I refuse for something to have power over me other than God, bro. To the point where if you really think about it, if you can't stop, bro, that's lame to me. That you can't say, you know what, I don't need this shit. Because you imagine somebody literally having a drinking addiction, smoking addiction, and they just can't stop, bro. That mean that substance shit it fully dominates, takes control of that person, bro. We all been through it. It's just that at some point, sometimes something gotta give. And I don't want to be stuck into limbo of, damn, I need to stop. but I don't know how to stop. Cause it got out of hand. See? Cause now it has power over you, over your will. See, over your self-will. That you can't even say no to it because it owns you. That's why I'm like, bro, I don't want sex. I'm not letting sex own me, bro. I'm not letting no weed, no motherfucking cigarettes, no vices, bro. I try to keep all vices away. Because, bro, that's the stuff that will literally can, take you out. It's the stuff that you don't have no control over, no self-control. The shit you can't say no to. Man, I be having, see, the thing is, yeah, I could be out here sleeping around if I wanted to, but I'm not doing that, bro. It ain't no reason, no point for me to even do that, bro. Unless I'm looking for a disease, unless I'm looking to get infected by somebody, I don't really see no point of doing it. That's why I said, only if it's necessary for me, if I'm going to settle down and, start a family because I'm in my 40s, then it would make more sense. But I'm not going to just do it. I'm not no 17 anymore. And the reason why I say this, bro, is because of the cycles. And how these cycles, these cycles ain't no joke. They're literally like storms, tides that can take you out, ruin your life, bro. But you gotta see them as a pattern. You gotta see them as a cycle. You can't play with fate. You can't play with something that has a history of taking people out, bro. Like me, I used to smoke Marlboros, or however you say the shit. I used to smoke the red ones. And so I already know they call them, I forgot the little slogan that they say that it kills the cowboy or something. It's a little saying that goes with it. And man, I used to smoke them because they were strong. Those, like, you smoke one of them damn things, your ass you be so numb and just so, like, your headspace be kind of like detached. It kind of help you just mellow out. But bro, you smoke like 2 packs of them damn things, your ass can't even breathe just to walk to the bathroom, bro. That's why I'm like, I had to stop, bro. It shit started affecting me, bro, to where I'm like, bro, is it really that bad, bro, that you can't just soberly deal with this? Then I'm literally telling myself, well, you shouldn't be here, bro. If you gotta smoke to go to work, quit this motherfucker, bro. Quit. To me, if you quit, you at least go find a more peaceful, laid-back job, bro. Hey, you used to be a secretary or a CNA. Hey, go get a more laid-back job. Become a massage therapist. Go do something different, Maybe be a respiratory therapist, Go do something different. But it's like, that stress can kill you, bro. That's why I'm like, bro, it ain't worth it. It ain't worth it ain't even worth stressing. If something you just really don't like it, bro, quit. Find something else. Just make sure you got, a job lined up first. Let me see. You said that's absolutely selfish and one-way ticket downstairs doing that. So anyone say lots of Pisces don't have kids. Yeah, I mean, that's the whole thing. Like, from right to wrong, it's too many reasons. Like, what I like to do is play things safe. Okay. So with me, it's like playing things safe is the best way to go, bro. That way it's like, you gotta know that what you don't know can hurt you. So it's like, I never been a big fan of trying shit, bro. Like, trying stuff that I don't know nothing about, bro. That, to me, I gotta see somebody else go through the situation first and see how they survive it. Then I'll be like, maybe I need to see it again. But I'm not finna be the stunt man, crash dummy. Nope. I'll be like, yo, okay. Somebody say, well, you could actually still have sex without catching the herpes. There's a certain way you gotta do it. I ain't gonna believe them. Okay, because me, I need to see the evidence. Show me, prove this. And I got to see you come out unscathed. But hell no, I ain't doing nothing that because there's a lot of men that don't care. I've heard plenty of stories where women, a Capricorn woman told me, and this shit, bro, this what really just, man, what that Capricorn woman told me, bro, blew my mind, bro. We met on a little dating site, this was, like I say, a couple months ago. We met on a dating site. And I ain't gonna lie, I was talking all that, freaking, having a little freak conversations, woo-de-woo. I'm talking to her. Next thing you know, everything was good at first. And then she said, oh, if I tell you, she was like, if I tell you about my little situation, you ain't gonna want to talk to me no more. And I'm like, oh shit, here we go. Now I'm like, and then she literally tell me, like, she said she had herpes, bro. Or that her man was cheating on her and shit. Her baby daddy gave it to her. And then her baby was effed up about her baby daddy telling her, giving her that, is that he told her that he didn't want her to be with nobody else, is why he gave it to her, which is sick, right? Now, the crazy thing is, she said, well, I'm not really, looking to even be in a relationship because of the situation. So she was like, well, a lot of guys don't really care about her having that. Because she was like, she been taking, working out, taking her her meds and whatnot. And she said she ain't had no outbreak. Talking about some, so the dudes that she sleep with, they don't care too much because long as she ain't have no outbreak, she feel like she could just, still do it. I told her, it was nice talking to you, but it ain't gonna be me, fam. I'm not, no, hell no. Like, that, we call that playing with fire, bro. It's like, that ain't no different than the devil telling somebody to jump off the bridge and I'm gonna catch you on the way down, bro. It's to me, it's people say stuff to make it sound good, make it sound harmless, make it sound, oh yeah, like the girl told me, the lady told me she had HPV, bro. And she tried to downplay it like, oh, you ain't got nothing to worry about, you can always just wear a condom. We go to clinic together and like get have the doctor do a rundown. And I'm telling her it ain't even that deep. It ain't even that deep. I'm not doing it, bro. That's what she failed to realize, is like, I'm not crazy about it to where ain't nothing you could do or say. I don't care how freaky you is. I'm not messing with it. If you just told me that you got the HPV, I'm good, bro. I don't even want to hold your hand. I don't even want to sit in the car and talk with you. It's like, to me, I see you got cooties. I don't even want to see you. It's like, yo, in my mind, think like, when you got something, I feel like you just like biohazard. Like, I don't even want to touch nothing, shake your hand, none of that shit. Meet a friend, I'm good, bro. It's like, you just don't know how the shit can spread. I heard somebody got herpes from a fucking, what was that? It was some type of, damn, what was it? It was like a towel or something where the lady in the hairdresser, she had something and somebody ended up touching it, rubbed their face with it, and they ended up catching it, bro. Some crazy shit. But let me see. You said Missy said I'll beat him. How they don't get people over giving that demon gift. Yeah, I mean, that's the thing, like, but people don't be aware that it is a demon to begin with. See, that right there really be blowing people's mind, and they don't even be like even thinking like that. Like me, my whole mind got switched because like I said, dark energies just kept coming to me, bro. And it was like, when I didn't really, like, for instance, witches and stuff started like just I was just among them, fam. Like at first I didn't know. I'm like, damn, you know, like I remember I went to one lady's house. She was a Sagittarius. I came over. I was excited because, you know, to me, I'm like, ooh, you know, this is, you know, something, older woman, not too old, but just old to know, like, oh, you know, she you know, maybe 45, 50. I'm like, cool, come through. Man, this is when I learned the lesson. You cannot just go to people's house, bro. You shouldn't when you first meet them, bro. And she invited me over. Oh, yeah, we just met. My little thirsty ass went over there quick and trying to hurry up, come over. Next thing you know, bro, her I don't know if the old lady was her mama, her grandmama, or whoever it was. She's sitting down at the table. They had candles and all kind of shit at like a little shrine of candles, and they had the shit in the candle. The candle glasses had like shit in it to where it looked like they was burning some shit, burning up some stuff. It looked like a little bit more than just some incense burning or something. It was like pictures, all kind of like shit caked up in the candle shit while it was burning. I'm talking about, it wasn't no Hanukkah either, fam. It was plenty shit, bro. I'm talking about a shrine, fam. A shrine like a witch shrine, bro. The table had like the white little sheet thing over it. And they sitting there like they waiting for me or something. The lady sitting there, oh, you have a seat. And me, I'm like, see, you gotta understand, bro, before I say this, when you chosen, bro, you have the gift of discernment, bro, to where you could go into a place and guess what? God will always keep you 10 toes down and 10 steps ahead of the enemy, fam, to where you recognize him before he even gets started, fam. You already see him, bro. Like, oh no, I ain't sitting down. Y'all probably wipe some shit down, put some stuff like y'all getting ready to initiate some shit. That ain't finna happen, fam. So I literally, the lady, full-blown demon, bro. Eyes buck. She had them type of glasses where her eyes was like super zoomed, the super like magnifying, bro. And she like, have a seat, sit down. I'm like, what the hell going on in here? I'm like, I peeped the scene. I'm like, oh shit. Now you never like you walk into like an ambush or something, bro. I'm like, oh nah, bro. Then I'm thinking like, why this shit keep happening to me, bro? Why I keep being like, keep on bumping into witches, bro? I'm like, man, no, bro, because this is like familiar. That's how I knew it was a familiar spirit. I'm like, oh shit, boom. And I knew the grandmother was probably more like a Jezebel demon. I'm like, bro, because she was yelling and screaming, telling me to sit down and shit. I was like, what the fuck? Why is she so damn loud and aggressive like that to be that old, fam? And I'm like, nah. They was they was on something. They was looking for something. Then next thing I left, and then I was like, I gotta go, whoop the whoop, go grab something in my car. I didn't even come back. I drove off. Then I called her back like later, and then I said, yo, can I come back over? As long as that old lady ain't there. You know what she told me? She said no, because I wouldn't sit down. Red flag, bro. She said, nope, you can't. Nope, I'm done. Nope, because you wouldn't sit down. Because I wouldn't sit down. And the crazy thing is, I sensed something for me sitting down at that shrine table, bro. I knew something was something with that seat, fam. Because she told the lady, told me to have a seat. But it was one particular seat that she wanted me to sit in. And I'm like, no, hell no. Because I'm like, y'all, in my mind, you ain't even sitting in that seat. So this is what I'm saying. If something don't sound right, redirect the energy and tell that person to sit in the seat. Oh no, you sit in the seat. And let me sit where you sitting. Cause it feel like if it ain't 2 + 2 ain't adding up to 4, fam, then something is off, fam. You know, if 2 + 2 is Jello to you, something ain't right. I'm not finna walk into no damn ambush or some bullshit, bro. Like, I'm good, bro. So to me, it's like you gotta look at everything. Cause bro, it's some traps out here, bro, that you can't even see. It's some traps out here that you can smell. Bro, you might walk into, I remember this, bro. I walked into a house and the smell, man, you ever smell like Halloween masks, bro? Like they had that kind of like it's a weird stench, bro, that of a Halloween mask or something, or just, you know, kind of smells, it just throw you off. It smell like something demonic or like something evil is brewing, bro, to where, I don't know, maybe it's just me, but bro, this is why I say, like, you got to be on point with your senses, bro. Some don't smell right. Some don't, you know, you get a whiff of something like, nah, bro. Like, if you walk into a house and you smell like a dead body, you know something's wrong, bro. Like, if you walk and something just take over, you know you can't breathe nothing else, smell nothing else, and you like, whoo, hell no, I ain't, you know, like, damn, I know they smell that shit, like, what the hell? And it's a smell you can't even stomach or get past, bro. It's like you forced to just smell that one thing. Get the hell out of there, bro. Get the hell out of there, fam. You don't know what folks is doing. And it's what you can't see. It's like, and then when you find out what it is, you trapped. That's why I'm saying don't even do it, bro. I remember, bro, it was a girl that I met, bro. Yep, on the dating site. I was younger. Bro, went to the hotel, and bro, the girl was shaking. I'm like, damn, why she shaking? I'm thinking she cold or something. Like, you know, why you all? I said, yo, why is you shaking like that? And she just like, oh, no, you know, this is what I be doing. I be shaking and shit. And I'm like, huh? I'm young and I'm literally not aware as I am now. I'm like, yo, what the hell going on? Why the hell is she shaking like that? When we go to the hotel, bro, and we was supposed to, you know, get freaky and shit, bro, she lay on the bed, fam, and just she's constantly shaking, like she can't control it, bro. I'm like, wait a minute. You know, that just tell you how freaky that like, I was a freak, and I used to be, and it's like, bro, you thinking her shaking like that was gonna stop me from fucking? You know what I'm saying? I was like, yo, I'm still finna crack. Yeah, she can shake all day, do the Harlem Shake shit. But, bro, what she told me, and mind you, bro, I'm literally like about to put the rubber on. I'm already just excited and shit, bro. Bro, you know what she tell me? She say, I know this is gonna make you, I know this is gonna make you, feel different. You might not even want to talk. Woo-woo. She says, just so you know, I have syphilis, bro. That's why I'm shaking, bro. She said, oh yeah, it's stage 2. I have the stage 2 one. And you know what my little dumbass did? I said, oh, well, shit, we ain't doing no oral. You can just bend over and I'm finna just hit it from the back. And I still smashed, fam. But then when I got done, I got to talking to folks and telling them what happened. They like, bro, you was stupid as fuck, bro. You know she can't even get rid of that shit, fam. And you just in the, I said, bro, I wore, see, and this is me being a true sponsor of Trojans. You know, I'm like, oh, you know, I used the Trojan. You know, back then it was like Trojan was a big like a name brand that you can stick to with honor. You know, I use the Trojan. I'm good. I ain't catching no goddamn syphilony, you know. I didn't catch it though, but I was like, I felt I was lucky, bro. Cause I'm like, bro, I see the thing is why I still smashed was because I felt like I had went through all of that for nothing. Damn, we done went to the damn, you been shaking all night. We been at the hotel, we done went to the mall, we done did all this stuff, and now I want the prize. Now I want the prize, and I feel like you trying to get out of it. And you trying to leave me looking stupid. So, you know, I was young and dumb back then, obviously. So it was just like when she told me that, you know why I reacted to? It's like, till I didn't know too much about it. It's like, that's why I said, bro, you can say if you don't know about something, you ain't gonna question it or get, proceed with caution. It ain't even gonna cross your mind if you don't know shit about it, bro. So when she said she had syphilis stage 2, I said, what that means? Stage 2? It sounds like something I don't need to worry about. You know, some stuff, because it's like, bro, that lets you know when you got your mind on something, bro. Your hand get to doing this, like, bring that ass on, because I don't give a damn. You try to talk yourself out of it. Try to talk me out of wanting it. Shit. I just told her ain't no oral going down, because I was like, nope. And that's the one thing, you know, it could turn from syphilis to what they call it, syphilony, like they call it like a piece of bologna that make you shake. I ain't eating that. Hell no. But then I looked it up to see if she was lying. She was telling the truth. I said, stage 2 syphilis, does it make you shake? And yes, that's what Google hit up said. I said, oh. But I just, like I say, I didn't even get scared, bro. That's when I really caught myself like, yo, I wasn't even scared, bro. I just brushed it off like, well, I got a Trojan. I got a Trojan. I ain't worried about that shit. You know, it's this little stuff that, like, it'd be funny when you younger. You don't really be afraid of stuff like how you should be afraid of stuff. You just be getting into stuff. So it's like, bro, yeah, man, that's what I'm saying with that Scorpio placement, bro. See, if you're not careful and you got the Scorpio placements, you got to be even more cautious with that whole attracting, you know, people that have, you know, STIs and stuff. That's why I said I don't want to. That's why even though it's presented to me, I really have to reject stuff, bro. And it's crazy because in the 8th house in my chart, the 8th Pluto, with the whole Pluto aspect is retrograde. So that helps me in that placement, because if it wasn't retrograde, shit, it'd be full blown, you know, Scorpio would be at his home, you know. It's already Scorpio in the 8th house already, so it's retrograde though. So that's why I tell people, like, retrograde is just like the retrograde Jordans, you know, the old ones, bringing them back out. So with me, it's like a fresh, new outlook to where, hey, this a new and improved version. See, not just a regular, you know, Pluto and Scorpio. So, you know, to me, it's like, you know, Pluto being the 8th, you know, Scorpio being the 8th house, it's already at home, but it's like, bro, retrograde is something totally, like, is awesome, bro. Because it's like, I can literally look at a situation, see the bad in it, and then be like, okay, well, just give me the good parts. Yeah, everything else is bad, but hey, if this is working, this is the main part that needs to work. All that other shit could keep it. See? So it's like, you gotta know, you gotta see, I'm gonna tell you, you have to go through things in life with a strategy. You got to have a plan, bro. And you got to stick to the plan. And you got to factor in the cost. You got to factor in the risk. You got to factor in what could go wrong. But you got to be prepared, fam. So, yeah, you could reserve yourself until it's time. And like I say, that's why I say keep your mind focused on the good part. Because you don't, in nothing, anything you do, give yourself a chance to reflect. Because if you don't, you're going to be feeling like you're doing something for nothing. So it's like, if you reflect and be like, okay, focus on the good shit. See, don't focus on the bad stuff. Focus on, oh, you know, I saved a couple $100 on my car insurance. Ooh, whoop-de-doo, you know, and you just be happy about that because you see that, hey, that was the good in what I did today or what happened to me. So focus on that. But don't bring power to negativity and bad shit in your life, bro. It ain't gonna do nothing but bring you down. So it's like, if something did jump off that, you know, you wasn't ready for, don't even worry about it. Just be like, okay, I noticed it, but I'm not finna let it overtake me. I'm not finna give it no energy, no power over me. So I keep it pushing, you know, and focus on the good stuff only. But it's like, to me, I've learned that, bro, like certain stuff, it's like, it all depends on how you react to it. Let me see. What's going on, Keisha? 2K, welcome. Let me see. It was the AO. Said, I don't know, man. I'm not finding anything that says syphilis makes you shake like you saying. Look at stage 2. Just look up syphilis making you shake, stage 2. That's what she told me. So, hey, it is what it is. Bro, the craziest thing is what I begin to look up to is that it ain't no cure for it, bro. So with me, I'm just like, said some people don't even feel no symptoms. But her, she had it, bro. She had like a what they call it, like the version of it that makes a person shake. Matter of fact, if you let me see, because you got me wanting to. Okay, I'm not gonna make up something, bro. That really happened, bro. Let me give me see what I can. Matter of fact, oh yeah, I'm gonna pull it up. I don't know what sources you using, bro. But let me see. I'm going on Google and seeing, okay? All right. What stage of syphilis makes you shake? Hold on, y'all. I got this. Give me 1 second. Okay. All right, so let me see. Okay. Now you lying. See, now you lying, because here's the thing. It says shaking or tremors linked to syphilis occur in the neurosyphilis, a severe neurological complication that can happen when the infection spreads to the brain or spinal cord during what's it called? I me pronouncing this word, but it's like what's it called? Tertiary, meaning the late stage or later progression of the disease. I told you, bro. Bro, you I don't even know why you said that. Did you really look it up? Or you just trying to sound cool, bro? Because it's right here, bro. It's like this, it's the late stage of the disease, bro. That's why, bro. It just proved it right here, bro. You can look it up for yourself. And that's just Google. That's what I'm saying. Like, bro, I'm not. See, people that come to my channel, bro, I'll keep it real, bro. I try my hardest to say everything that happened as it happened, bro. I don't add nothing to it or, you know, try to make it sound good. No. So when I said she had syphilis, she really had that shit, bro. So it is what it is. But what's going on, True Gemini? What's going on? Welcome back. So yeah, I always tell people, like, bro, that's to me, that situation really didn't surprise me until I actually like realized what happened after the fact at a different age, if that makes sense. Like, I'm basically like, okay, damn, that was pretty risky. Now, it's like, but that's crazy because it's stuff that can still give you infections. That's not that type of stuff. But it's all about whether or not you are aware of it. Just like if you go into a cave full of bats and you get bit by one, you might have something to worry about, you know? You get bit by a squirrel, you get bit by a raccoon, you get bit by a possum. It's like, you know, different stuff. You walk past a skunk spray you. All kind of stuff can happen to you that you just don't know that it can happen, if that makes sense. You walking down the street late at night in a wooded area, and what may look like a dog, we end up, you know, getting attacked by, you know, God forbid, by a coyote, bro. This is stuff that you just don't be knowing. But you have to be aware, because to me, it's a lot of people that think, you know, thinks a coyote looks like a dog. And it does. And it could fool you, because you might be like, oh, look at that loose dog running around. That ain't no damn dog. That's a damn coyote. You know, little stuff like, actually seen a coyote sitting in front of my house, bro. And I thought it was a dog. And I'm looking like, what the hell is that? It's like little stuff like that, bro. It's like, hey, I ain't finna, you know, go find out the hard way. Nope. Yeah, you gotta be, to me, like, I seen, okay, so the person that built the deck under, I mean the fence to keep the rodents from getting, you know, from getting inside of the walls from outside and shit, bro. Dude was like, he was so comfortable around raccoons and shit, bro. He wasn't even phased. He knew from the female to the male, knowing that the female raccoon was more chill than the male. And it's like little stuff, bro. He handling the animal like as if, it's just like, that's what I'm saying. Your reaction to certain things, bro. He was literally not even worried like I was. Shit, he was just chilling. Like, he told me their favorite food, and he was a Cancer, so he told me that, which I thought was funny, but it wasn't funny. The reason why he knows what he knows is because he's fully aware of raccoons, bro. That's what I'm trying to say. The person that is fully aware, they're gonna be the master of that shit, bro. That's why the raccoon won't hurt him like it'll hurt you, because you don't know shit about it. See, that's why I be telling people, like, people come to my channel saying what I'm talking about is brain rot. Brain rot. I ain't never heard of that before. That must be something that they putting in the food, making folks think of some shit like that. But you know, whoever might find what I'm saying is worthless or, you know, meaningless, it goes back to that situation I just told y'all about with the Cancer and the raccoon situation. He knew that a raccoon's favorite snack was a what'd he say? Jelly. Like a putting like jelly on a especially at night. He said put jelly and marshmallows. Said put that on the he put that on the bait trap. And then when I woke up in the morning, I went out there and sure enough, had one in the net. Caught a female raccoon. And that raccoon was huge, bro. Like, I ain't never seen no huge raccoon, like huge, bro. And I knew that something was crawling in the wall, scratching every night and climbing on shit, bro. I'm like, bro, because I stay in the woods, bro. So when I seen the whole thing, I'm like, oh, shit. He caught that sucker, though, bro. It's just, to me, you know, he built the little fence and shit to keep him out. Never had another issue with them freaking the rodents situation. Problem resolved. But yeah, rabies, yeah. But he told me with the rabies situation, if they, you know, they behave a certain way when they have it. So he's basically like, oh, you know, was it this, was that? Like, one thing I remember is one morning I woke up because it was a dead groundhog that was in my ceiling, because before I got the fence built, all kind of rodents and mice and shit would get underneath that freaking deck and crawl into the, you know, the little metal shield that I had to keep them out. It would end up knocking the damn thing over and then getting inside of the wall. So, bro, I had all kind of traps ready for him, but that groundhog got stuck because that's how he died in the wall, because the little metal, like the metal pipes in the walls, and knowing that he can't climb and, you know, he's not as flexible. He's more, you know, groundhogs are more like prone to being, you know, able to just, you know, close to the floor. They can't do all that jumping and climbing and stuff. So he couldn't find his way out. So he get stuck under the pipe and he died. So as the groundhog body, you know, decomposed after a few days, that sucker was stinking. Like a stench that, bro, it stunk so bad, bro. Like, I can't even explain. Like a dead body, just, that shit was just reeking, bro. It's reeking. And my ass was sleeping like in that area, bro. And I couldn't even figure out what that smell was until I woke up, looked at the ceiling, and then the little groundhog blood just started dripping down from the ceiling on the damn floor, the huge freaking puddle. The shit stunk so bad, bro, that I opened the back porch little screen door, and then, bro, I'm talking about this freaking dog, bro, I shit you not, bro. A random ass dog literally came up to my freaking back porch window and was just looking at the damn, like, looking at me through the freaking glass the little glass screen door. I'm like, who the fuck dog is this, bro? It was like one of them bloodhound, greyhound type of dogs, bro. And I think it was because it smelled that dead freaking, you know, the groundhog smelled it from probably miles away. That dog, literally, when the raccoon dude showed up, tell me why the dog took off and just, like, went down the street, like, way, like, it just, like, disappeared. And it was like, what the hell was that all about? And I took a picture of him. I'm like, just so people, cause like, what would a random dog just show up on your back porch and just stare at you through the thing? I'm like, what? And the crazy thing was, I was just finna walk outside, bro, cause I opened the screen door, then I closed it, and then that's when the dog showed up. I'm like, bro. And the dog was like climbing on the freaking, you know, the screen door trying to get in. I'm like, damn, I had to close the door. But yeah, when he used the saw and he cut the freaking ceiling, you know, drywall, and sure enough, he grabbed because I thought it was a raccoon before he explained to me that it was a groundhog. So he pulled it out and said, yep, sure enough, oh yeah, it's a groundhog. I'm like, man, that thing was stinking so bad. Then he had to clean it with the little chemicals and shit to get the smell out. Whoo, wasn't no job that I could do, bro. I ain't gonna lie to you. That joker was, man, that shit smelled so bad, bro. it's like I couldn't even like take a whiff of that, bro. But yeah, cut the wall, and then he had to patch the wall back up. But like, I heard something. I thought it was a bird. Like in the wall the other day. And next thing you know, I ended up seeing my girl was like, she was like, "What's that noise?" I said, "I don't know." I said, "It sounds like a bird." She's like, "Yeah, it does sound like some birds are in the ceiling." I'm like, "Man, tell me why." In plain sight, bro. She looks on the ground. She says, "Oh my God, that's the noise. Like that's it was the trap with the little mice caught on it, bro." I'm like, so the mice was just sitting on there like squealing and shit, bro. Like, making a little noise like we're caught. Bro, tell me why the trap caught 3 mice, bro. That's crazy, bro. I was like, hey, that was probably Taylor, Swift and Gerald, bro. Taylor Swift and Gerald caught all at the same time, bro. I ain't never seen that, like 3 mice caught on one trap, bro. I'm like, damn. But the freakiest, scariest thing was I was scared to pick up the damn trap, throw it in the damn bag, bro, because, bro, the mice, one of the mice on the trap was staring at me, bro. And the creepiest, craziest thing was like, as soon as he stuck on the thing, I thought he was dead because he wasn't moving at first. And then as soon as I like saw him and started walking towards it, the mouse was laying down like this. And his eyes looked like freaky, bro. His eyes was like black and just, he got a big ass head, bro. And he had a skinny body with a big ass head, bro. And then like he laying down and he just like, he stood up with his head could still move. And he looked at me like, and I said, "Oh, you dirty motherfucker, bro. You just was, your ass was just playing dead. And you gonna sit up and look at me like eyes just beady and just look." I'm like, bro, you still going down, bro. You got caught. You got caught red-handed. You got caught red-handed, buddy. You're going down. To me, it's like, don't give me that type of look. You ain't scaring me with that look, even though he was. Hey, I ain't gonna lie, because my girl, she ain't want to pick it. She ain't want to touch none of this shit. And she's a Leo. And she's like looking like, I ain't touching that shit. You can throw the trap away. And I'm like, got gloves on. I'm like trying to find an angle. Because, the sticky traps, you could fuck around, touch it, and get stuck your damn self. You be right on there with them. So I'm like, nah, bro. But nah, she's a Leo zodiac sign. But it's crazy. Like me and her, we've been like off and on, bro. So it's just like, it's just, I don't know, bro. I can't explain it. It's just like, I always tend to attract Leos anyway. So it's just like, leave one, then I end up talking to another one. So I think it's just like I get along. I think I get along with Leos. It's just sometimes it's an on and off type of situation. I've been talking to her for quite some time, like 5 years. So it's just like, the first Leo that I was with, that didn't work out. So I ended up getting me an August one. Then a July one was kind of a little, too much. She was too wild and too like, she was different, bro. But she was just like confusing me because the way, the pride mixed with the emotion. And then, it's like little things like that. But then I would rather have the August Leo than the July. Because the July Leo is a little more reckless. And to me, or my experience with one was more like, I felt like She just lied about a lot of stuff. But she was she was just like, how can I say it? She just threw me off, bro. Because it's like a person ain't really telling you that something is wrong, and it's trying to make it seem like it was some type of way that she felt, or she felt like, you know, that I didn't really care. And next thing you know, it's like she claimed that oh, it's just the whole situation, the marriage, she didn't like the way it was going. And she said, oh, it's just something that she was just trying out, which I knew was a lie. She was just saying that because she didn't know what else to say after, you know, pulling the plug and, you know, having some infidelity issues. But it wasn't even with another man, it was with a woman, bro, that she was fucking, you know, just tweaking, just sleeping with, bro, to where I was like, damn, that's how you coming? But she, bro, she was, to me, hiding the whole secret, where this was something that she had been doing since she was younger. But I didn't really get whiff of it because I never knew she was doing this. Then I found out through her Aquarius friend that this is what she does. You know, they got into it, and then she ended up telling me the truth, like, oh, you know, your wife and whoop-de-woo be doing this while you at work on third shift. Did she tell you that? I'm like, well, thanks a lot. Thanks for telling me, but I ain't believe the hearsay because it wasn't no evidence. I'm like, show me a text message, a picture, show me something. I'm not gonna believe you. Just tell me some shit, unless I hear it, you know, more than once. But I recommend that sometimes you do have proof, because some people can try to trick you out of your position, bro, just by telling you a lie, or, you know, saying something to split y'all up or something. It's just like, you got to know the difference between if a person really giving you the honest, like, rundown, or they trying to trick you, you know, trying to deceive you. So it's like, if you don't know the person and they telling you some shit like that, it's almost like, allow yourself to get some evidence, because you don't really know the person that's telling you. You ain't cool with them. Like, that was her friend. So it's like, women say one thing, do another. You know, when they mad, they say stuff and it ain't true. And sometimes it do be true, but that's why I said, if a person have a situation, you gotta let them deal with that. Because you saying something is like, if it's gonna end, it's gonna end. See, it's like, let me just go through the motion to where this thing fizzles. If it's gonna fizzle out, it's gonna fizzle out regardless, bro. Like, you telling me he say, she say, if it ain't gonna last, it's gonna end anyway, bro. So I ain't finna just take your word for it and just, you know, put your word over over my whole situation. That's too much influence, bro. Like, and some people, they feel rejected when you don't take their word on something, and that be showing like hidden motives. Like, oh, well, you could be dumb and, you know, keep talking to her. You know, I just told you she whoop-de-woo when you at work. I can't prove it. Yeah, you saying this to me, but how I don't know you lying to me, bro? Like, where the proof at? Show me a video. Show me a you know, Snapchat, a picture, something. If you ain't got no evidence, bro, I'm not falling for it, bro. As people say a lot of shit and it ain't adding up. Like, people will say anything to split you and somebody up, bro, just by starting shit. Like, and Aquarius is known for that, bro. Like, they can be messy like that, where, you know, it sound like they telling the truth, but they really lying, fam. Like, because you gotta ask yourself, damn, this was your best friend. You know what I'm saying? This was your best friend. So you was cool with her before you even knew me. And now you selling her out. It's like, now you selling her out. Now you telling me how, oh, she been talking, doing this stuff for years. And it's like, well, that may be true, but you showing me more of your nature because you a snake. You see what I'm saying? Like, you couldn't just let her, like, just because y'all had a falling out, do you got to throw her under the bus like that? You see what I'm saying? So it really shows you the type of person to try to ruin shit and, you know, really smear shit around. And it's like, instead of just letting it go. So it just show you the person's messy too. You really can't really, you know, there ain't no accountability if a person's messy too, in other words. Oh yeah, see, as said, clock it, facts. True Gemini said, true. Can't believe everything. Some people's motives are sometimes bad intention. Yeah, and it's like me, when I first met her friend, I did sense that whole, you know, I knew her friend had a little, you know, she was lesbian, you know, I could tell it was something was feeling off in regard to her energy towards me. So, and also to her, because, you know, some people can meet somebody else's friend and be like, and, you know, something ain't feeling right, like something feeling off with her, like, and it's like, I'm like, but that's your thing. I'm like, that's your friend. That ain't my friend. You introduced, hey, she saw us in Walmart. We passed ways. And me and her was walking. The Aquarius was with the girl walking. And then she was just like really looking down and talking at my ex-wife, like, oh, so you're married now? You know? Oh, so you married now? But she's saying it in a way like, oh, I'm surprised you married, because you be getting down, like saying it like, oh, you married now. Oh, you settling down? Wow. You know, and I'm like, oh my God, like, and then I'm looking at her like she trying to throw me off, like, oh yeah, she just playing, and yeah, she always, you know, she's a trip, whoop de woo. Nah, man, that girl know you. That girl know you, and she know you full of shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, oh, because that's the thing. If you done been a hoe, you been hoeing around, sleeping around, and that's what your friend know you. See, it's like they know that's what you, because y'all done that shit together. Now that person trying to live trying to get them a man and settle down, it's like a joke to a friend that knows the person. Like, really? So you call yourself be in a relationship? Oh, you really didn't change. Like, okay, let's see how long this lasts. You see? And it's like, I was embarrassed because I'm like, damn, bro, everybody know you? It ain't a good sign, bro. Because I try to get a woman that's like somebody that nobody know. Like, I try to get a woman that's not from here, like that type of vibe. Like, because it's like, I don't want somebody that we go somewhere, we go out, and somebody's like, hey, Tina, oh, yo, what you doing? Hey, you know, and all. I don't like that shit, bro. Like, damn, everybody know you? And it's like, that's not good. It's not good, bro. Because, bro, people are bold and just, they'll walk up on you and, hey, oh my God, you know, and then they just get to talking like you ain't even sitting there. Like, bro. And me, I'm going to tell you, the craziest thing what I've learned is you have to set boundaries for stuff, bro. Just like I just mentioned, you got to set boundaries, because don't never just stomach some shit or just take some shit just because you know, they're with their friend, they know this person. Don't even just literally set that boundary. And you got to say something, bro. So I had a situation where the girl, you know, that I was with was talking to, you know, she knew this dude boldly walk up. I'm like, you one of them kind. Okay, I got you. He walk up on us like, and he trying to hug her like, oh, hey, such and such. And I stepped in the middle of him like, nah, bro, we ain't doing that, bro. And he like, oh, but it ain't like that. It ain't, I don't care. It ain't like that. You ain't doing no hugging shit, bro. That's over with. He like, all right, whatever. But how you doing, Tina? I said, bro, hey, man, get the fuck out of here, bro. Hey, man, It's over. Ain't no talking. Cause that's playing in my face, bro. I'm not finna sit there and watch you talking to her like I ain't there, like we friends or something. Hell no. Like me, see, you can't, when you I'm gonna tell you what happens, bro. Let's say you don't say nothing. Now the other dude see you as being a sucker because he like, oh shit, I was up talking, holding your girl, talking to her, had you waiting for a whole hour. We sitting there lollygagging. It's almost like, damn, you ain't gonna say nothing, bro. Even if she's saying, I'm gonna say something because it's like, bro, I'm not finna let that. To me is disrespectful, bro. It's like you see me and you trying to act like you don't. Well, guess what? I'm gonna introduce myself in my own way, and I'm gonna say everything. Hell, we can run the fade. Either way it go, you ain't finna play with me in my face with my situation. Cause me, I'm one of them type of people like, bro, if I sense something, it's a boundary being crossed, I'm gonna say something, bro. I had somebody went to a grocery store with my sister, bro. And the dude tried to talk to my sister right in front of me, bro. I said, no, bro, hey man, you know what? Hey man, that's my sister, bro. Like, just move around, bro. I don't like that energy. Like, bro, I'm not finna sit there and I know what you trying to do. It ain't finna work on her. See? And she be having to tell me like I'm grown and whoop-de-whoop. I'm like, I know, but bro, I know, like, you know what I'm saying? The nature of it being a man, and it's like, I know this person ain't, just let me decide. And I'm like, man, bro, nah, bro, it ain't working. Cause see, and you gotta know, like me, I play for keeps, and I get jealous. So if I look at you and I feel like you know what I'm saying, you try and take something of mine, oh, we finna fight. Even if you touch her, I'm finna swing off on your shit, bro. I don't play, fam. Like, to me, if you let shit slide, it shows a lot about you, bro. That you just let somebody take your shit, bro, or just do something in front of you, bro. Like, nah. Ain't nothing wrong with being jealous to the point where you ain't just finna let shit slide. I ain't talking about the envious, lame type jealousy. I'm talking about when you like, okay, this is mine, and then people, trying to, play and touch, and, it's like they're trying to fondle with whatever you got going on, if that makes sense. It's like, to me, that's just the way I feel, but everybody's different. Now, okay, so another thing, where's my, okay, I think I put it over here. Okay, wait, let me see where my bag, y'all. What the hell? Now then, oh, wait a minute, here it go. It's hot, bro. But yeah, I gotta turn this air on, bro. But when a Pisces sees like I say, a Pisces sees a Taurus, what the right thing they see is the Pisces building stability. But when they look at the Taurus in the wrong way or the dangerous way, that a Pisces would pick up on. Why is this thing shaking, bro? Let me see. Okay, so the bad thing with a Pisces, the wrong way they could look at a Taurus is like I say, a Pisces could get comfortable and stop growing. Okay, they get stagnant. Now, another way that the Pisces looks at the Taurus, the right way, okay, which I said, the whole stability thing, phone shaking is throwing me off, but hopefully it stays. Now, the thing about it, when a Pisces look at a Taurus in the wrong way, a Pisces can see them become stubborn themselves. So that could be the trait that they take from that sign. Okay, so it's like Pisces don't take all the traits. They take the traits that it's almost like one or two. It's not like the whole entire, you know, because people, they literally blow it out of proportion. Okay, so it's like a Pisces can be stubborn as fuck, just like a Taurus, but then it's almost like even if they're wrong. Now, when a Pisces see a Gemini, the right way of Pisces, you know, in the right way, which is the blessing, is that a Pisces will see the right way of a Gemini as, you know, learning to communicate. So learning communication and just, you know, different ways of communication through text, public speaking, speaking up in meetings, and those type of, you know, formal type of situations. And see, when a Pisces sees a Gemini, as far as the danger trait, like the danger in a dangerous way, is that a Pisces can start shapeshifting depending on who's around. See, so that's normally like a trait of a Gemini, is that they can shapeshift depending on who they're around. And it's like the whole point is that the Gemini likes options. So it's like they feel like I could talk to this person that does something different than this person or these group of people, and they like to they like to change. It's almost like a person that will be doing one task, and then they're like, okay, let's switch it up. And let's say the Gemini sees a situation working better if they make this sudden change. And the whole thing is you just got to be ready when, you know, because they won't give much of an explanation of when or give you the date. So it's like if they get an email and something is going wrong, the Gemini is quick to like fix it, quick to, you know, change it. And I'm gonna tell you, let's say you've been putting effort in, you know, according to the old way to doing something in the workplace. Then the Gemini gets whiffed that, hey, this situation needs to change immediately. So they literally get rid of it. And let's say you was working, you know, working to accomplish something on the, you know, in the workplace. Maybe it was a reward that will be given if you do so many days, or then the Gemini just change it and just end it like, oh, we ain't doing that no more. There ain't no more reward, nothing. We're not doing that. And then they already going on to something else. You could feel frustrated, like, yo, I did 4 days and I did this, and now you telling me that it ain't no more of that, you know. And that can like be a situation, you know. But let's say the blessing part, like I said, the blessing of the situation, how Pisces would look at, you know, when they look at Gemini in the right way, Pisces become adaptable. See, meaning they can change and be that one trait where the Pisces can, you know, change, shapeshift around, you know, different people, or getting to know folks, not just hanging with one person, but hanging with someone different. So, you know, it's in those type of moments, because a Gemini, like, they love to communicate. So now, in the dangerous way, how Pisces sees Gemini is that the Pisces can become inconsistent themselves. See, and then what ends up happening is that nobody knows which version showed up. Yeah, it's the vibe. It's the vibe with Gemini, but it's like their vibe can change. The vibe can change on a dime, because if, let's say, what isn't working, and let's say Gemini is doing something and it's not working, it's not, you know, time efficient, whatever it may be, they're quick to change it. See, so it's like it could be a sudden change where it could feel like a betrayal, because then we was already, you know, doing one thing, and then you just like pull the plug on it. It wasn't really no drawn out explanation of why. Just boom, we ain't doing it no more. See, this is how we doing it now. And it could be like that as it's communicated to someone that they might start feeling like, well, damn, you know, I wish you would have told me type of situation. But sometimes that's what the thing with Gemini is, that when they do something, they expect you to catch on to it. That's why I say they think with their feet. So it's like they just do stuff. They don't sit around and like, they not finna explain to you like why they're doing something, why they're changing something. They just change it, you know. They just delete. It could be a bunch of emails that they don't care about, and they just delete everything. Okay, we're doing something new. We ain't doing it that way no more. And then they just like, okay, from now on, no emails. If you guys need to talk to me, call me. And then it's like, boom. They expect you to just get stuff, get stuff, get stuff. As they change, you change. So it's like, if you get stuck into the whole, you know, the whole reason of them changing something, then you're in trouble. Because with the Gemini, they will be quick to leave you alone. They'll be like, oh well, oh, is it something that I didn't, you know, something that I missed, or hey, you didn't understand what I said? And it's like, you gotta be able to communicate, bro, and you gotta do it early. With Gemini, you can't wait. Like if you see something that let's say you experience confusion or something ain't making sense, you have to talk to the Gemini like, oh, you know, hey, I noticed this, and why is this happening the way it's happening? It's like, you gotta talk to them early. If you wait, you're gonna be disappointed. That's all I'm saying. Yeah, that's the thing. Like, a Gemini could be indecisive, but that's why I'm saying, like, they can see. The thing is like, they can change their mind. So they can agree to something and then be like, okay, hold on, wait. No, I don't want to, you know, after thinking about it, I don't want to do it this way, or I don't want to talk to this person. I did at first, but hey, now it ain't making sense, or I don't feel right about the decision, so I'm gonna stop talking to the person. But they might not explain it, you know, in an emotional way, because a lot of times with Geminis, they'll do it in a more solution way to, you know, fix whatever's going on. So it's like, that's why I say they think with their feet, because they'll be like, oh, you know, let me do this, let me do that, but they're not gonna sit there and like just explain all the little reasons like a Virgo would, like, you know, all the details and whatnot. So another thing is okay, with Cancer, a Pisces can look at a Cancer in the right way by learning the emotional intelligence. Now, the dangerous part that a Pisces will see with the Cancer is the fact that Pisces can tend to absorb everybody's problems. Now they're emotionally exhausted. See, just like a Cancer would be. Another thing is a Pisces look at a Cancer in the right way, because, you know, a Pisces could start to nurture others. Now, in the wrong way, a Pisces can mother grown adults. So that could be like, you know, a few traits, both good and bad. Now with Leo, the right way the Pisces can look, that would see a Leo, is, you know, learning self-worth. Now in the wrong way, a Pisces can start chasing attention. Now, if a Pisces look at the Leo in the right way, it's almost like the Pisces can shine, see? And when they look at them in the wrong way, they could perform. And that's the whole big difference behind, you know, with this. So when it comes to Virgo, a Pisces can look at a Virgo and learn discernment. Now, they might ask themselves like, okay, what is this really, or which I'm dealing with? Now, if they was to look at the Virgo in the wrong way, a Pisces could become overly critical, and now nothing is good enough. So it could be a time where a Pisces could look at a Virgo and say, okay, they can learn the discipline, which is the good thing. But then if they look at Virgo in the wrong way, they can overthink themselves into a paralysis where they get stuck in it. Now, if a Pisces look at a Libra in a good way, they can learn balance, and in a bad way, they could become a people pleaser. Now, also, if they was to look at a Libra, they could create the harmony, okay? But in a bad way, the Pisces themselves can avoid, you know, necessary conflict. If a Pisces look at a Scorpio in the right way, they can learn boundaries. And in the wrong way, a Pisces can become suspicious of everybody. Another thing is the Pisces can learn truth from looking at, you know, being around, observing, hanging, whatever the case may be. A Pisces can learn truth. And then, like I say, a Pisces can look at a Scorpio in the wrong way by becoming obsessed with control. If a Pisces was to see a Sagittarius, they can learn freedom. Now, on the bad side of things, a Pisces can start running from responsibilities. Now, if a Pisces was to see a Capricorn, they can learn execution and strategy, and, you know, they can dream. They could turn the dreams into reality, and you know, actually plan things. Now, in the wrong way, a Pisces can see a Capricorn and become obsessed with status, just like, you know, just like one. Now, if a Pisces sees an Aquarius, they can learn independence, and in the wrong way, they can disconnect emotionally. And if it's a Pisces in a Pisces, how would a Pisces see a Pisces sign? Is that on the good side, they can master, you know, compassion. But if on the bad side, the Pisces can mistake the, you know, potential for reality, where, you know, they may keep seeing they may see the potential of like what this person could be instead of who they are. Okay, so by the way, man, I'm sipping on some piss. No, I'm just kidding. Let me stop. Okay, yeah, so another thing is the gift for Pisces is this, bro, is that they can master every sign, bro. So it's like the healing that each sign would need, a Pisces has that, like basically has the answer. And that's the gift. Okay, so Pisces can get lost in every sign. So it's a good and a bad. When a Pisces has this, in other words. Okay, so it's like, yeah, being able to master every sign and the good aspects and the bad aspects. So if you really look at this, no matter all these different cycles, it still requires a lesson. See, so the goal isn't becoming Aries or Scorpio or, you know, Capricorn. The whole goal is learning from them without becoming them. See, it's like you're supposed to use the traits and use them as a lesson. See, you have to use the traits as a learning curve, but not become the sign. Not become the sign themselves, you know, not try to be an Aries, if that makes sense. So that's why you have to become the strongest version of yourself, Pisces, because a lot of times it's not about becoming everybody else. And see, why am I saying this? Because of, you know, Pisces need to mirror people. So sometimes when you mirroring people, it keep you from operating out of yourself and, you know, your authentic self. So sometimes that's why I'm saying it like that. Now, if you remember who you are, or let's say you remember who they are, and then you begin to understand everybody at the same time. That's what it's about. So it's like, yeah, you understand a Aries for being an Aries, a Taurus for being a Taurus, a Gemini for being a Gemini. See, it's like in that aspect to where you know exactly what it's like, but that doesn't mean like you want to be like them. You know, you just understand them, if that makes sense. So when we ask ourselves, well, what is this really? Then it's enough to learn from. That's why I said use it as a tool. It's enough to learn from, but it's not enough to become that, you know. So it's like, when you, just because you see them for who they are doesn't mean, oh yeah, I must become, you know, them, if that makes sense. And I say that because a lot of times it's like, when you look at a situation where there's something right and something wrong, you got to see what side is the lesson. Because just because you see the good in a situation, which can be a blessing, you could really mess this up, because that of which you find good could also become bad. See, it's like, you could look at one trait and be like, oh yeah, this is a good trait, boom. And then all of a sudden, if you copy them, or if you do it just like them, you're in trouble. That was the same thing that was good. Oh yeah, you got one thing down. Now you try to do it just like them. Now you done messed up. See, it's like, now you didn't try to copy their personality or do something just like they would. Just because you mastered the lesson, and you fully understand them, don't mean that you could become them, bro. That's why I be telling people, like, you gotta pick your lane, fam, and stay in it, bro. Don't try to be like somebody else and trying to throw the facade up, drawing the illusion. Because the illusion, that's how you make illusions, when you start trying to become something else that's not you. And then you get stuck in that paralysis of trying to become something you're not, bro. It's like trying to be a spider in a spider's web, if that makes sense. Like, you're not a spider, bro. Ain't no way you gonna survive. Ain't no way you gonna survive trying to hang and trying to, balance yourself on the web. You can't even make one, bro. So what make you think you could be a spider, bro, if you're not one? So that's why I say, now, another thing is that when they say that Pisces resembles and have the traits of different zodiac signs, what are they really saying? Because the Pisces, what's really happening here is, like I say, they have mastered the other zodiac sign. See? And the thing is, that means the right way of like I say, the good side and the bad side. But here's the thing. Let's say Aries, right? A Pisces learns courage. But then on the bad side, the Pisces confuses the courage with impulsiveness. So it's like, you see how trying to do something the same way does not mean the same way as an Aries would do it, because you're not them. So it's like, that's why I said you can't try to, like earlier we was talking about frequencies. What frequency mean to me is different from what it may mean for you. So it's done like that because the way I use it is how I use it. So it's like, I'm not trying to become you and have your way of looking at that, because that will mess me up, throw me off, because you doing something that's you, what you're used to, what you're accustomed to. So that's why I say you gotta, pick and choose your battles and know know what you got going on for yourself. That makes sense. Now, with Taurus, another thing, the good thing is, like I said, when I said Pisces, you learn the patience. If you learn patience, you got to still use patience. See what I'm saying? Because if you don't, then you end up staying in a dead situation too long. So that's why I said, my theory is that just because you are aware of good things does not mean that it's going to stay good, bro. That's what it's like. Because you got to maintain the goodness, bro. See, you can't just be like, oh yeah, I've learned patience from the Taurus. Yeah, the Taurus is very, very patient themselves. Okay, well, why are you still in a bad situation since you learned that good trait from Taurus? And see, the whole thing is you're waiting for a different reason. You're waiting for a miracle that ain't coming, bro. That's what I'm trying to say, bro. Like, find out. See, if you think that, I've learned patience. It don't see you got a whole different understanding of what that means, to where now you're in the dead situation, and now you thinking that something gonna fall out the sky in your lap, and it ain't coming, bro. So that's why you have to be realistic, bro. You got to really know stuff, because otherwise it work against you. Now with Gemini, a Pisces learns curiosity. That's the good thing. But if you become curious about the wrong shit, you're cooked, because Pisces can become addicted to possibilities because of the curiosity. That's why I said, just because you know something good doesn't mean it's going to stay if you don't know what it is and how to use it. You can know a ton of good things, and guess what? It doesn't matter. So if a Pisces will become addicted to possibilities while looking at the good side, like I say, the right way, or the whole situation that's considered good, in other words, regarding Gemini, because of curiosity, boom. Now you become addicted to possibilities because you're doing something that's not you. See, the facade, bro, the facade is really working overtime. And the facade is the strongest when you definitely deny yourself and trying to be something else that you're not. See, we call that the mask. And a lot of times you can really be in a situation always exploring, never deciding, all because of the good trait that you learned from Gemini is to, be curious. But you see how the Gemini knows when to hold back. It's like fishing. They know exactly when to, slow it down, speed it up, stop, and you trying something that's not you, you end up doing it wrong because it ain't you. So here, now I'm going to talk about Cancer. Like say, Pisces sees Cancer in the right light. A Pisces learns the emotional depth. But hey, when a Pisces sees a Cancer in the wrong way, then a Pisces drowns in emotional drama. See? So here, just because you learn to go deep down into the emotion, you better hope you could tread water, because you end up drowning in emotional drama. Because you're not built for that. That's not true. That's not you. So everything becomes a crisis as a result. Now, when a Pisces sees a Leo, let's say, for example, the Pisces learns confidence from the Leo. But hey, as a Pisces sees the Leo in a bad way, the Pisces can start to need validation. Now their self-worth ends up depending on the applause that they get. That's what I'm saying, bro. You can't, when you see something that seems like, oh yeah, that's a good thing, it's probably only meant for you to compliment the person for it, but not take it on, for yourself, because it's not you, bro. You can't try something on that don't fit you just because you know that hey, these are comfortable. Are they your size? Well, then don't try to, force your size 12 into size 10, fam. It ain't your size, bro. No matter how nice and comfortable they are, and you saw somebody else with them, you got to make sure you get your size and stick to you, how you are. Now, when a Pisces sees a Virgo in the right way, a Pisces learns attention to details. But when a Pisces sees a Virgo in a bad way, the Pisces can start nitpicking everything, missing the whole forest because they're counting, they miss the whole forest because they're counting the leaves. So it's like, you doing something like somebody else, but it ain't adding up like somebody else. So when a Pisces look at a Libra, and the right thing they see is the Pisces end up learning, the whole diplomacy, you know, how to, in regards to the approach. And when a Pisces looks at a Libra in the wrong way, the Pisces becomes fake nice, smiling on the outside, resentful on the inside. So it's like, you gotta know that the Libra is all about balance. And that balance is the resent on the inside and the smiling on the outside. So think about the balance. What balance truly means for Libra is fake nice, bro. See, it's a balance of holding something in that is not equal to what's shown, what's projected. So it's like, that's why I said that you could be blindsided by a Libra because you mistake them for being peaceful. See? And it's like, that ain't the same peaceful what you think it is. So you got to know that you could be attacked in your mind, the way you look at things, because you hear somebody's nice, but then they contradict. The contradiction happens because they feel something, and the way they really are is like how they feel versus what is shown. See? And that's Libra. And the thing is, what they show you is not always the truth. So it could be the smile. It could be the, you know, hey, I'm happy as hell, but on the inside, it ain't adding up to what is shown. See, that's why I'm trying to tell you there's a inconsistency, there's a war going on with Libra, because Libra is afraid to show how they feel, how they really feel. And that ain't good, bro, because let's say okay, so why am I saying this? Because when Pisces, when you see different zodiacs, like you see the good side, the right and wrong way, the problem is that you might find it interesting to, you know, do something you see another sign do and think that you could pull it off just as well as you saw them do it. And that's the trap. Because a lot of times it's just like, if you go to the zoo and you watch sharks and whales through the glass and they doing all kind of flips and tricks and shit, it might be for you to just, you know, compliment, just clap and just enjoy the show. But what make you think you could start hitting backflips and doing swimming in deep water and doing all kind of shit you done saw these sharks and shit doing? Big mistake. Just because it looked fun and shit, bro, don't mean that the experience is gonna be the same for you, bro. Especially when it's not you. And I tell people that because you might see some friends doing one thing and they might look like they having fun, and then you copy them and you get killed, bro. Because that shit was never for you, bro. It's just like I be telling people, like, bro, wear your shoe size, bro. It's a metaphor for life. Be yourself. Be who you are. Don't try to copy folks and trying to be like them, fam. Because guess what? You might not survive like them in that shit, bro. See? Don't even entice yourself into thinking that you could do that, bro. That's why, like, we call that envy. Like, you looking at somebody, you want what they got, but you would never be able to do what they did to get that shit, bro. Because it's almost like it wasn't for you. It's not for you. If it was, you would have it, bro. Okay, so with Scorpio, when a Pisces sees a Scorpio in the right way, a Pisces learns discernment. Now, the wrong way is a Pisces starts testing everybody, and then the trust issues ends up entering in. So that's why I say, like, and the reason why I'm saying that you as a Pisces will see these things is because you could become addicted to that good trait. See, the good thing that you saw in that other zodiac. But here's the thing. The problem is you are who you hang around. So when you start mingling and you got a friend and you see these things, oh yeah, I got a friend that's a Sag, and hey, you know, you start learning what adventure, you know, what it is and what it's like and how to do it. Now that friend personality done rubbed off on you, and you around somebody that, let's just say, you wasn't even compatible with in the first place. Now you start seeing the wrong side. See, after learning the adventure, and see now the Pisces keep on chasing excitement, thinking that this is the norm. See, thinking that every day is supposed to be exciting, running from boredom and responsibilities. As a result, it's cold-blooded, bro. That's why I'm telling you, it's easy to be influenced when you hanging around people and you see them doing stuff that look fun and look excited, you know, excited to get into. And then when you try to apply this, that's not a realistic, you know, what way for you to view it as and try to live like that. If it ain't reality, it can, like I said, overtake you just by hanging with a person, being with them every day, neck and neck, right? Okay, so when a Pisces look at a Capricorn in the right way, a Pisces learns discipline. But how this could go bad, because a Pisces looking at the Capricorn in a bad way, is a Pisces starts to measure the life only by success and status. So it's like if a Pisces start to look at this bad, you know, look at that whole good thing, the discipline, but then be taken out of context, then a Pisces starts measuring life only by success and status. So it's like, oh, damn, you got to have status and you got to be successful and you got to do it like this. Oh, that's what the whole true discipline is, because you done been hanging around your Capricorn friend. Now you done saw this and it works for them. Now you think you can do it. See? So another thing, when a Pisces sees an Aquarius in the right way, the Pisces learns individuality, but in the wrong way, a Pisces become emotionally unavailable, trying to be unbothered. See? Now, if it's a Pisces and a Pisces, if they what a Pisces would see in the right light as a blessing is they begin to trust their intuition. Now, in the wrong way, the Pisces trust everything, or, you know, every feeling that they feel. And see, not every feeling is wisdom. Sometimes it's just fear, because what could come from the soul could either be the intuition or fear. See, either one of the two. So that's why you got to separate to know from within that of which is fear or the intuition. Now, when okay, so another thing I'm gonna talk about is something different from here. Okay, so I'm gonna talk about I had something else I want to say. Let me one moment. Okay, so let's say a Pisces, the energy you give is the energy you get back. Okay, we talked about this earlier. I'm gonna just explain a couple you know, viewpoints to you guys. So basically, Pisces are oftentimes called mirrors. Okay, so the zodiac, so it's because they reflect the energy that that people bring into their lives. So, and the crazy thing about it is Pisces, they will pick up on this subtle. Okay, so it almost like it could be something that other people miss, and it could be like simultaneously. Okay, now I'm gonna tell you guys that sometimes a Pisces knows what's going on beneath the surface, but it's like it happens because they absorb the energy first. And it's like your actions can reveal more than your words, if that makes sense. So it's almost like your words tell a story, your actions reveal who the author is, and the patterns reveal the truth. So in this type of system, it's like, as a Pisces begin the process, this is how it's done. So let's say a Pisces listens to energy more than words. So as a result, most people hear what you said. Pisces notices how you said it. So the pause, they notice everything in the process, because the process is the behavior is the pattern. See, which is the truth. And what does it amount to? The cycle. See, so it's like three things that happen that make the cycle. And now Pisces knows what the cycle is. Oh, the pause, the hesitation, the forced smile. See? So now what could this cycle be as a result? Conflict. See? So that's what the whole storm in itself with the cycle that started it, which are the three things I mentioned. So that's where the truth leaks out. See? The truth leaks out when there's more than one thing going on and it's happening on a day-to-day or it's happening in sequence. Okay. Now, when the Pisces, they notice pattern changes instantly. Okay. So here, I'm gonna tell you, how many times can a person fool a Pisces? Does anybody know in the chat? How many times can a person fool a Pisces? I'm gonna tell you. Anybody want to take a shot at it? Everybody still here? Is it? I mean, Thorn, I feel like I never said it was that deep, bro. I ain't never say, oh, people are bound by the month. I ain't say that, bro. Like, you know, but yes, the Lily Puss, yes, definitely right. And the thing is, you can only fool a Pisces one time. Boom. Maybe twice, but it's like rare. So why is this? Because when the pattern change, a Pisces starts to connect the dots. And they connect the dots very quickly. So boom, the words tell a story. The patterns reveal who wrote it. That's what I'm trying to tell you. The Pisces picks up on patterns. This is why you can't do something, let's say it's bad, twice. Like I said, you do it twice, you are a lucky individual. Okay. Now, why is this? Because a Pisces watches people and what people ignore. See? So here, everybody watches the performance. See, everybody is projected upon. So they're pretty much tuned in to what is shown to them. And a Pisces watches the audience. See? Meaning the reactions to who's on stage. So here, it's all about the reactions, the body language, the tension, the conflict. Pisces is fully aware of the illusion, bro, of the facade. See, because is what creates the cycle. Why? Because it is happening beneath the surface. See, that's how, especially knowing that it's that deep within it, what does it tell you? Well, think about it. Can we always see what's in the ocean at the bottom? Nope. Nope. Why every time you go to the lake, you see the water, but you don't see what's in it? But you know what's crazy is Pisces are aware of what's down there, fam. And guess what? They ain't finna go down there and find out. Let that sink in. Because listen, you see how a Pisces can be like literally that deep, but not actually physically there. See? But then they can really scan something. Hey, and they could check it, cross and connect the dots or whatnot because they understand what a cycle is, bro. See? And anything that repeats itself is considered what? More than once is a pattern. So that's why you can't fool a Pisces. You do something one time, the Pisces knows you, bro. And guess what? Pisces catches everything beneath the surface. So it's what you can't see that the Pisces knows and understands that is there within that person, bro. So it's like the Pisces can see the good side of you and the bad side of you. And remember I said, just because a Pisces is aware of the good side, you cannot, bro, listen. Okay, I'm going to tell you. This is, yeah, definitely, it will surprise you, it will blow your mind. Even when shit look good, bro, it can still destroy you, bro. It's like you could take in something that's so good, and then all of a sudden you don't use it right, you don't do it right, you don't maintain it right, you don't. And it's like you got to know how to look at something, create the distance, and say, oh yeah, that's nice, oh that's very clever, oh hey, I like that. And you got to know how to separate the energy, bro, because it's like, yeah, I see what's going on, but I'ma just look at it. I ain't gonna join it. I ain't finna be influenced by it. That's what I'm trying to tell you, bro. Because listen, somebody can come and tell you, oh yeah, man, you just gotta be disciplined, bro. Bro, don't it's, you can see that, oh yeah, the way you make it sound and make it sound so good. Oh, you just gotta be disciplined, man. You just gotta be patient. But you ain't telling me how patient. You're not telling me what's beneath the surface in regards to it. That's why everything could be influential, bro. Somebody can influence you to make dookie rice, bro. And somebody will make that shit, bro. Just because, oh, I didn't know you could actually cook dookie. So then the person got you eating dookie sandwiches and making dookie rice and telling you to add 2 cups of butter and blend it and make sure, hey, if it don't come out oatmeal clumpy, then you didn't do it. You didn't do it right. It's just like see, people can only convince you because you buy into the image, what is projected, what is shown to you, and you don't question it. See, you got to question everything, bro, in order to not mess up something good. Because if you don't, that's your ass, bro. Because I'm telling you, it's like if a person say, oh yeah, actually Cocoa Puffs is made by the same person that makes dog food. Bro, you tell somebody that, bro, in that way, you know how influential that is? Somebody will try that shit because you making it sound like it's something good. We've learned that from the Libra, that's not even, you can't do that. We've learned from the Libra that the fake nice is considered the charm. So you can make anything look good, even if it's bad for you. It's cold-blooded. See, you got to know that it's bad. You got to know how bad it can be before you even say it's a good thing. You got to see how a situation can mess up. Yeah. Patience is so good. Yes, it's very good to be very patient. But how can you mess it up? How can you do it wrong? You can't just say, oh yeah, if you just be patient, things will come to you. You're gonna be waiting for nothing, motherfucker. You're gonna be waiting and it ain't coming. Cause ain't that same person that told you that, oh, it's a very good thing to be patient. They didn't tell you how. They didn't tell you that you still gotta work at it. You see how if you don't fully explain something, guess what? They ain't gonna offer. They ain't gonna offer to explain to you how to do it right unless you question it first, bro. You see, this is how you survive it, bro. Question it. And when you question it, then the story changes. Now you hear something extra that wasn't presented to you at first. Well, yeah, that sounds pretty good, man. Well, hey, man, good job, bro. Yeah, man, be patient, bro. Yeah, that's a very good idea. But what hey, how patient do you gotta be for it to be a good thing? See, and then you realize, oh, it's a catch to it. Oh, it ain't the way they made it sound. It ain't the way that it comes out. It ain't that easy. See, people ain't telling you this, so then you hear, you do one thing because you're copying, you're influenced. And they not telling you the truth, bro. They're deceiving you. That's why a lot of people think they can become an NBA star just like that. Well, Michael Jordan, he didn't get no good grades, and he got flunked out and he kicked out, and he still played ball and got chosen. Go ask Michael Jordan himself, how the hell did he get drafted? It ain't the story. See, the story always sound good, but did it actually happen like that? I think not. See how folks will leave out some shit to make some shit sound good, and then it's like, oh, a story everybody run around telling everybody because it sound good. Oh yeah, he ain't got kicked out of high school, got rejected. So now a little young kid thinks that he can get rejected, flunk out, get bad grades, and think he's still gonna make the team, bro. That's deception, bro. See, it's little stuff. A person will hear that and just get influenced, bro. And then they really out there putting work in, putting effort, blood, sweat and tears into the shit that they were influenced with, bro. Not knowing that it didn't even go down like that, bro. That's why I be telling people, you got to do research. You got to question in everything, bro. You got to read. You could be deceived if you don't, bro. It costs you, bro. The lack of knowledge, bro, is how people perish, bro. They just don't know. They are not aware. That's why I said life is an illusion. People make it seem like life is just so easy. Like you could just moonwalk into Calabasas. You could just, just beauty, leaves and trees and forests. Everything's so nice and dandy. Bro, it ain't that. It ain't nothing like that, bro. And you got people they say it in such a more persuasive and, influential way. Life is great. And thinking like that, how you can mess it up. Life is so great, you start smoking dope. Life is great, man. Get you some K2 and hey, cool out, chill out, bro. Man, that shit'll mess you up, bro. And people ain't saying it like it would. That's basically what I'm trying to say. Okay, so this is why I said you can see something, and guess what? You take the good out of shit. It's almost like you see something that, oh, this is something I can put in my, this is something that I can put in my greens. But all the fat and all the other stuff that come with it, I don't need it. You discard the stuff that you know is not something that you need. We call that fluff, filler. Just take the good pieces and whatever the good part of the situation is out. But here's what you got to do different. You take, the whole discipline situation, and now you do research on that. See? To know how to use it correctly, bro. Because, bro, people just say one thing and everybody run off with it and they screw it up. You said, so how is it cap? How is it cap? You see, you doing the same thing of which I'm saying. You're saying something is cap, but you're not explaining yourself. What's cap, bro? What is cap? Cause I could prove this on all different accounts, bro. You can listen. You could think you right and then do something wrong. Just because you think it's right, do you think that you'll get off the hook with a crime? Just because you felt justified in what you were doing? No. because you don't get to make the rules. You don't get to make the laws. So you could think that, oh, you did the right thing by taking somebody's purse and running off with it because you didn't want you thought somebody else was going to rob her. So you see yourself as being a good Samaritan, your ass still going to jail because you took something that wasn't yours. So if you don't have wisdom, you don't got nothing, bro. Wisdom teach you how to use stuff the right way and what to take away from it. So like I say, people, I just think that, I feel like you just trying to say something that just go against whatever I'm saying, fam. That's what I see, but it ain't working, bro. That's what I said. You still ain't explain why you said it was cap. Maybe you was saying, I get what you was trying to say. You got a cap and a gown from school. I see. I already knew what you was trying to do. Okay, so another thing is hey, Misty said 23 is an Aquarius, number 23. Yeah, definitely wait for oh yeah, definitely. So it's like when you look at with the whole Jordan situation, is plenty of people, the whole thing, a lot of people idolize him anyway. So anything that come from him, they just accept it. They don't question it. So everything requires a question mark. All right. So here, next thing I'm gonna talk about is as I said, Pisces looks for the reaction, the body language, the tension. So what that means, the Pisces is reading the whole room, not just a certain section. Now, Pisces feel before they understand. So here, sometimes a Pisces, they know something is wrong before they know why. So the feeling arrives first, see? And the explanation comes later. Now, Pisces also notices the emotional contradictions. So if you say you happy, a Pisces knows if you're lying. They know your energy speaks differently. And a Pisces notices both. That's why I said it's a reason why a Pisces will see the good side and the bad side of a person, no matter what their sign is. So it's like a Pisces gets see your good trait. Oh yeah, man, you patient. You're a very patient person. Oh, I like that you're adventurous. Oh, you're very curious. But Pisces knows just because they caught on to you doesn't mean that they want to hold on to you. Doesn't mean they want to copy you. They're not going to mimic the same behavior because they know it could go left or right, bro. So you gotta factor that in. You gotta be prepared for that if you especially gonna use or do anything. Especially if you learned it from somebody else. Like me, I was on YouTube and I had a security job, and the whole grapple armbar type of thing with grabbing people's wrists and, using it as a way to, detain someone. I didn't like it because it didn't feel safe. The grapples and whatnot that they trained me to do or to use. So one day I went on YouTube. I looked up how to, a grapple that you could do to someone to easily get them off you, to easily, get them, to relax, calm down, whatever it may be. I looked up the whole move, the grapple. And just because it looked good, like, hey, all right, well, this wasn't what I was trained to do, but hey, this is a good maneuver that's going to help me make my job easier. Even though I felt justified in what I felt was right, was wrong. See, did I use that grapple? And the first thing that popped up was, we didn't train you to use that grapple. We don't have that grapple in our training. So I don't know where you got that from, but it's not allowed here. And by the way, we would have to let you go because you used the move that train people to use. So that's why I said, just because you think something is right don't mean it is right, man. This is why I tell people, like, bro, find out, bro, before you use it. Find out before you try some shit, bro. Go on Reddit and find out, bro, before you jump into something, bro. Because I'm telling you, you could be thinking that you can be thinking you're safe. But do not fall for that illusion, bro. Because some shit always look good. It sound good, bro. It sound good and you think you could do it. And you don't know what's in there, bro. You don't know what's below the ocean. You don't know what's in the ocean. And the whole thing is you just looking at the good side. But that shit could go left at any, bro. It could go left. And you just don't know how it can, because you're not factoring in the truth to be questionable. See? Because everybody think they know some shit. Everybody think, oh, I could do this. Everybody's doing it. And they don't know that everything, even the truth, has limits. It's like a person might have a high tolerance for alcohol, right? And they may drink, whatever, and they realize, hey, they're tipsy. But then even after they've drunk so much, they still think they could drive home safely. Oh, I know my threshold. Oh, I know my limit. No, you don't. No, you don't, because I'm telling you, bro, that same person been to drove off in a car and crashed, bro, just because they didn't factor that in, bro. So just because you know something doesn't mean it's a guarantee. Now, another thing, like I say, Pisces, they're human lie detectors. So here, not because they know facts, but because they notice the inconsistencies, the story changes, the energy change, the behavior changes. Now, a Pisces also remembers the small details. So let's say something that you said like 6 months ago, and then you done forgot about it, then the Pisces didn't forget. A Pisces watches your eyes. So here, people control words. See, your eyes. One thing about your eyes is they tell on you, bro. It's like your eyes is the snitch to your own body, bro. And you gotta watch people's eyes because, bro, it's all in the look, bro. Like, you can know when a woman wants you to pipe just by looking in her eyes, bro. You can read and get that signal, like, oh yeah, look how she looking, bro. That's what I'm saying. She ain't saying nothing, but her eyes is telling on herself, bro. The eyes is snitching on her, bro. So I always tell people to look at this because, bro, you can't control what your eyes show. Can you walk outside and say, you know what? I don't want nobody looking at me. I don't want to see not one human, nor building, nor car. You can't control what you see, bro. Because guess what? Everything gonna cross your path no matter what, bro. And that's something you got to live with, whether you like it or not. You don't get to pick the rules. See? So here, when the eyes snitch on you, bro, it's because people can control their words, bro. Meaning, they can lie. See, you got to know this. You got to be aware that the eyes will tell the truth first before the mouth does, bro. Because the mouth you can control the words. So when you explain some shit, guess what? The chances of a person lying are high, bro. And this is why you cannot trust what people say all the time. You got to go by the actions. The actions The actions should match the words. It's cold-blooded. And when you see a mismatch, that's how you know they're lying, bro. The energy does not match the words. And energy is in action, bro. So here, if a person says, oh, I'm honest, but no, they ain't moving like an honest person, bro. You know they not honest, bro. This is the craziest thing. It's for you to see that. Not for you to what? To question it. In that regard, because think about it. When you look at something, when it's obvious, bro. That's why this is another thing. Your eyes are harder to control. I appreciate that, true ones. Appreciate the heads up and the wish of blessings. Likewise as well. And see, your eyes are harder to control. Because that's why I said, like, can your eyes talk? Your eyes is, like I said, it's hard as hell to control your eyes, bro. This is why I say a person could control their words, but they have a hard time controlling their eyes, bro. So boom, you have to know that. Because guess what? How a person look is not how they gonna behave, bro. And a person looking at you, you could tell a lot about how a person's eyes are. You know how you will know the signals, you will know what to look for. Okay, so now another thing is the Pisces can feel hidden tension. Nobody has said anything unless you know the room is quiet. The Pisces says, hey, why does this feel weird? Something feels off. It's because the Pisces is sensing the tension everybody else missed. See? So here, a Pisces can understand motives. Most people judge actions, and a Pisces always asks themselves, why did this person do this? Why did this person say it like that? Why they moving like that? Why did they slam the door? Everything means something, bro. This ain't stuff that just happening because they heavy-handed and, oh, you know, they driving fast because they got a heavy foot, bro. That's bullshit, bro. See? So here, Pisces is asking themselves, why did they just do that? See? Because this is a different level of observation with Pisces, bro. That goes to show you that the frequency means something different. It's on a whole nother level, bro. What makes you think you could do it like them? It's not the same observation that you would do. So don't even compare yourself to a Pisces and thinking that, oh, we're all the same, because we're not, bro. In a story, we're not the same, bro. Because I can literally see something, explain it to you, and guess what? You think, oh, it's bullshit, because you don't see it like I see it. And you might say, oh, he's wrong, and oh, that's cap, and oh, that's gown, and it's like, well, you don't have the observation that he has. How we know this to be true? Are you going to tell a doctor that, no, you didn't? You didn't see any microscopic organisms crawling on my skin. This is not scabies. I don't see any bugs crawling on me, but I'm itching though. How stupid do you sound telling the doctor that he ain't seeing no damn scabies through the microscopic, microscope? Are you a doctor? No. What makes you think you can question somebody that went to school, then learned some shit? See how it hit different, fam? It's levels to this shit, bro. See? So here, a different level of observation. Pisces are walking emotional antennas, bro. So here, this is why they can pick up on good energy. It ain't no different from knowing when a fruit is. Let's say you go get bananas. You know not to eat or buy the green ones because they're starchy. You can't eat no green fucking banana. But you know how many people, it's people out there that only know that. And they get influenced as soon as they see someone eat a yellow one that's ripe. Now they want a banana, but oh, you bought the green one. Because you didn't know. And you think you're doing the right thing. Oh, it's just a banana. And you don't get a ripe one, fam. You don't even get the one that's almost ripe. So you go to the damn produce section, and you just buy some green bananas. You think you can have one right away with your yogurt, and it's like, oh, you wonder why it tastes bitter. Because you wasn't supposed to eat it, bro. That's so common sense. Oh, I get it. Common sense is, oh, it's important. But guess what? Nobody uses it, bro. It's only a handful of people that ever use common sense, bro. It's only a handful of people that ask questions. It's only a handful of people that questions things first. See? That's why I say we all built different. We all think different. And if you, bro, you can never just hear something one time and think, oh, yeah, that's what it is. Yeah, I like this, man. Yeah. Bro, you got to really work with the shit that you learn. You got to make sure it's useful and know the bad things that come with it. Okay, how can this go left? What keeps it good? See, you got to know how to maintain it, take care of it. Different story. You can't just buy an aquarium and not clean it. Folks is like, really, bro, people be doing dumb shit like, oh, cross-contamination. They don't know about meat, separating the fish from the fucking, chicken, and raw this and raw that. And they can mess that up. It's just little stuff that, bro, you gotta know stuff, bro. And the thing is, it's not by, oh, you sticking to a good and thinking that's, oh, all you need to know. No. Because even something that's good can go bad, bro. It's almost like, yeah, the bread was fresh, but now it's spoiled. Now what? See? So here, a Pisces could pick up on good energy. A Pisces could pick up on bad energy. A Pisces can pick up on jealous energy. A Pisces can pick up on fake energy. A Pisces can pick up just like the Wi-Fi, bro. See? So here, a Pisces notices when someone starts acting different, the text gets shorter, a person gets dry, the calls stop coming in, the vibe changes. A Pisces notices long before anybody else says anything. One word text, the Pisces can see within your words that you saying something in a dismissive way. They know exactly what you're doing when you think that they don't. So here, a Pisces can study character. A lot of people focus on personality, which a lot of y'all that say, oh, you to believing in the signs, you just think it's just personality and that's it. That's just how far you want to take it. Just say that instead. See? So here, a Pisces focuses on character, bro. Because it's what you can't see, bro. It ain't just the personality. So here, that's a big difference. Now, this is the whole mere fact. It's not saying that you're wrong. You got one of the parts right because the personality is what attracts. The character reveals the real person, the real them. How you gonna identify somebody for being a good person? How you gonna identify and say, yeah, man, he real, man, yeah. How can you really say that? See, you gotta really know their character first. You gotta be aware of who they really are. Because a person can say something and you gotta know how they're saying it. If you can't listen, if a person says something, for example, and you didn't know them, you wouldn't know, oh, did they really mean it? Because you wouldn't know how they said it, bro. But if you know the person's character, you'll say, oh, yeah. He's not a threat. That's just how he talks. But it's like somebody else hear that, they might think the person disrespectful. Oh man, damn, and the person just saying, oh, that's just how he speaks, bro. That ain't nothing to worry about. That ain't nothing to take personal, woo-de-woo. But because you don't know him, that's why it's bothering you. It's cold-blooded. So another thing is a Pisces, they don't trust words alone. So anybody can say anything. A Pisces wants receipts, bro. Okay, you saying one thing, but I need the other half, which is the proof. Because anybody can say anything, bro, because they can control their words. So here, let me know what you got to prove this, see? Because here's the funny part. The receipts, put it to you like this. The receipts are the patterns, bro. It's like, I need to see the pattern. So show me the evidence. That's what reveals things. That's what I'm trying to tell y'all, bro. I know, bro, you shut up, Dog Coin, whatever your name is. I don't know who you talking to. But another thing is a Pisces sees the person behind the mask. That's why I said a person that uses the facade will never, ever be able to hide from a Pisces. Because most people meet your image. Because most people are influenced by what you project. But Pisces eventually meets the real you, see? Because the cycle ends. So that's why fake people, they get uncomfortable around a Pisces. That's why Libra and Pisces bump heads, bro. Anything fake, superficial, it ain't gonna survive around a Pisces, bro. Now, another thing is a Pisces will notice what other people avoid. So let's say it was a question that you didn't like, so you ain't answer it. Then the person try to, change the topic, change the subject. So the conversation that you just dodged, the Pisces caught it. They know, oh, you ain't even answer the question. So a Pisces can understand silence because, like I say, they thrive in silence through meditation. It could be yoga, prayer, whatever the case may be in regards to the silence. Now, some people hear nothing when someone is silent. Pisces hears everything when someone is silent. Silence has a language, and Pisces speaks it fluently, see? Because a Pisces would know why you're silent. Now, a Pisces can sense when a situation is about to change because the ending of the cycle. The vibe shifts, the energy shifts, the room shifts. So Pisces feels it before the event happens. Now, Pisces, they know when they're being played because of this, the problem. Sometimes they know and still give another chance. But because Pisces sees the potential, not just the behavior. So that's the whole duality of the matter, is the Pisces sees the two, the good and the bad, bro. Because a Pisces will show you the good and the bad to its extremes, because that's the whole thing. If you're not willing to go deep, then why are you swimming, bro? Just stay in the shallow end, go sit with them, get out the deep water, because you're gonna drown. Obviously, I don't want to be responsible for you if you can't tread water and you can't swim. Because this is the thing, bro. This is okay. For example, you go to a swimming pool and there's lifeguards. Are they really gonna save you? At least they'll try, right? They'll try, but guess what? It's no guarantee. Because the lifeguards risking their life to save you. And guess what? You have to factor in what could go wrong, the possibilities. What if the lifeguard has asthma, bro? And halfway, midway, trying to save you, they run out of breath, no oxygen, so their little legs start to you know, give in, give up. Now they're drowning. So where's the lifeguard to save them? There isn't one. And I know what you're thinking. Well, why would the person, what is the point of a lifeguard? Because it's an illusion, bro. Like you, because if it's your time, it's your time, bro. And guess what? If it's your time, the person trying to save you going too, bro. Because it's like, that's why I say you ain't supposed to get involved in nothing that is supernatural, something that, boom. Why are you drowning in the first place? You swimming in the deep end. You're only drowning because you can't swim, bro. In the story. You went into something that was deep to begin with. Many of you come to my channel thinking you can swim, bro. And then you come here and say, oh, that's cap. Oh, that's this, that's that. All that's really showing me is that you cannot swim, bro. Why are you here? I don't have money for you to get a goddamn life jacket, bro. I'm not finna, oh yeah, man. Hey man, hey, fellow Pisces, man, throw something out there, a little rafter to save this person. No, bro. If you are lost, and you will drown. Could you say, oh, little Billy? Hey, Billy, he didn't make Billy, kick it, come on, man. Hey, man, don't give out on me, bro. Don't give out on me. Oh, no. Bro. Even, see, that's the thing, bro. I'm not going to do nothing that I know I can't survive in it, bro. Come on, man. I want a person wouldn't even take the chance, bro. Ain't nothing. See, that's why I tell people, don't try nothing that you don't know nothing about. You can't even, bro. Why would you try to swim? Why would you try to swim if you don't know how to swim, bro? It's like, to me, some people do dumb shit, bro. And it's like, why would you do it? Why would you even do that? Stupid. You don't even know how to swim. I know a prime example of this, bro. There was a kid that went to a lake around some damn some apartments, okay? And the dude told the kid, he said, I'll give you $200 if you swim to the middle of the lake, the little lake that was over there. He said, I'll give you $200 if you swim to the middle and come back. And the dude wanted the money, and he was, oh, let's do it, bro. Let's do it. Come on, man, let's do it. Now, he jumped his happy ass on it, started swimming towards the middle. And then by the time he got to the middle, he had no damn energy to swim back. And then he was screaming, help, help, help. And he died, bro. He died because guess what? He didn't know how to swim from the jump. Dude made it sound so good, like it's just easy just to go swim to the middle and I'm going to give you $200, bro. That ain't no different from the devil telling you to jump and I'm going to catch you, bro. People make shit sound good and people do it, bro. They make it look good. They make it look finger roll delicious to where, oh man, damn, you know, that sounds so good, bro. I want to try it. This is the thing, bro. The saddest thing is the kid that made the bet knew he was gonna die, bro. He set him up, played him out of his position, bro. He knew he couldn't swim. This is why, bro. If somebody literally introducing something to you, bro, hey man, hit this, hey, you wanna hit this blunt? You don't know if it's laced. You gotta see the good and the bad, bro. In every decision, bro. How can this go wrong? It sounds so good. What is the catch, bro? You know what I would have did? Hey, man, you swim to the center and come back, give you $200. I would have been like, can you do it? Oh, yeah, man, I do it all the time. Shit, hell yeah. Okay, I'll give you $200 if you swim to the center and come back. Then you hear crickets. Because he ain't finna do it. Why? You gonna get $200, bro? This is the same you came to me with. What? If you wouldn't do it, why the hell would you bet me to do it? Because you know I ain't gonna make it back, bro. Come on now. You know that a person ain't gonna survive that shit. That's what they're not telling you, bro. They're only showing you the good side. Oh, $200, swim to the center. It's easy, man. Just come on back and get your money, bro. I ain't even cash app it to you. It ain't even gonna go down as easy as he making it sound. You hear people tell you, oh, prison ain't nothing, man. Hey, man, just keep your mouth shut. Bro, that ain't how it's gonna go down for you, bro. Like, people, I hate when people do this, bro. They don't tell you the emotion, the emphasis of a situation in its truth for how it really goes. They running it down to you, telling it, saying it like it's a piece of cake. Now, another thing is a Pisces learn the hardest truth, bro. Because every decision requires what? A lesson, bro. The only way you know what to do and what not to do is through wisdom. What you know not to try. Because everything you try, guess what? It could go bad. It could go bad. You could try something, and most people only try stuff because they think if I just do it one time, I ain't doing it no more. I just want to try it. But that's all it takes is one time for your ass to be brought to your demise. It don't always happen on the second try. It don't even make it that far. You try something one time and guess what? You cooked. I knew a dude, a Sagittarius, bro. He sold this one dude some fentanyl, bro. One of them situations. He sold him some fentanyl. Dude thought he was getting some pills, some type of pills, right? Some illegal shit, right? Next thing you know, the dude had sold this one dude, I don't know his name, this one light-skinned dude, he sold him some fake stuff, right? Next thing you know, he killed the dude, right? They had a funeral, whoop-de-whoop. Now, tables turn. The dude, this is, man, so freaking crazy. The dude, the cousin of the dude that died, set up the damn Sagittarius and told him, hey, man, hey, I'm trying to buy, all this stuff. He damn near talking about he trying to do business with him. Okay, Jake, leave, bro. Nobody cares about you, bro. Leave. You know what? Matter of fact, you ain't even got to be at the channel no more, Brody. See, we can clean it up just like that, bro. You ain't ever got to watch no more boring, whatever you think is boring. You ain't even got to watch it no more. But anyway, the dude with the Sagittarius, bro, that killed the dude selling the fentanyl shit, bro. This man told the dude, hey, man, I'm trying to buy all this shit from you, right? Dude think he finna hit a lick because he like, oh, dude want to buy all this shit. Man, the dude, he tell the dude to meet him at this little spot. Dude pulls up, and the dude, they start airing his shit out, bro. Just for dude killing his cousin, bro. They shot dude, killed him, shot him in his head and everything, bro. Moral of the story is, bro, it sounded good, right? Yep, it sounded good. Oh, you thought you was finna get $3,000 worth of shit sold, and you got killed, bro. You got killed. He got killed because he forgot that he killed somebody doing the same shit. Selling them something. The dude overdosed. The dude overdosed. Whatever he thought he was getting, he ended up getting something else. See? So it's almost the fentanyl situation. He ended up, it don't take much of that to, take you out. And dude thought it was something else. He overdosed and died. Then the Sag get killed with the same scenario, bro. Just something different. He get killed because he think he finna make a sale, and he pulls up and he gets killed instead, bro. That's why I'm like, bro, it don't even pay to do stuff, bro. Like, what sense do you think it's gonna make if you know somebody that's somebody family member, bro? You know they gonna try to seek justice for that and try to take you out if they see you. It's like, you got to know that's coming with that, bro. It ain't like, oh, well, you gonna get away with it, bro. Only way that happens is if you stay miles and miles and miles and miles and miles away and you don't even live there. See, that would be a more chance of you actually escaping, but not if you live in the same state. So another thing is, not everybody deserves access to your heart. And these are boundaries. See, these is the things that a lot of people, when they make a decision and openly trust a person, that means you don't got no boundaries. You get killed because you ain't got no boundaries. So what can stop the pattern? Nothing at that point. Can you set limits? No. No boundaries, no life. So here's the thing. Pisces learns the lesson behind each boundary that they've set for themselves. Not everybody deserves access to your heart. See, not everybody deserves another chance. Not everybody deserves your understanding. So this is what Pisces end up realizing. Is, remember I said, the cheese is not the trap. The cheese is not the trap, bro. The desire is, bro. People die because they're controlled by its source, bro. You thinking that, see, you look at it in your own perspective of thinking it's the cheese. People think it's the bait. Nah, bro, it's not the bait. It's your own desire, bro, that kills you, bro. Because you can't stop. You can't. See, the lesson comes because you keep doing the same thing, thinking you're gonna keep getting away and keep doing something that's bad. It's not reality, though, bro. You got away with it more than enough times, say 3 times, bro. That's a cycle. You can see, that's what I'm trying to tell you. You can only do something and get away with it a few times, bro. But it seldomly happens. And when you do get caught, you're going down, bro. That's why I say it's not worth it. There's no reward in doing the same behavior. Okay. Now, another thing is, not every Pisces is psychic, bro. Let's break that down. Not every Pisces knows everything. Putting a disclaimer out. Okay, so here it's all about the perceptiveness of a Pisces. And that in itself is that a Pisces simply pays attention to everything, bro. And you have to as well if you're not a Pisces, bro. Pay attention to everything. It's like at nighttime, not only do you see the car, you see the traffic, you see the sky, you see this, everything else. It's about the whole picture, bro. It's about the whole ocean. It's never just one twosies and this and this. No, you missing the whole point. You missing the whole picture. See, you only focusing on one thing. Guess what that is? The illusion, bro. You missing the whole damn point of everything else. That's why I tell people everything is much bigger than you. You are not like bigger than your surroundings, bro. So if you this small, it mean a lot going on around you, bro. So why are you focused on that one little thing in front of you, bro, when it's a whole bunch of other big shit that you ain't even seen before, or you don't even know that it's there? Now, let's say Pisces, they reveal themselves. The actions reveal the motives. The patterns reveal character. And once a Pisces sees the pattern, bro, the illusion expires, bro. See how once the pattern, that's why, bro, if you notice, it's very hard to get a Pisces to go along with something, bro. Almost as if they can see the trap, bro. They don't want it bad enough because they already know it's too much. Even if it's 1%, bro, of a risk, they ain't doing it, bro. Just because they do not want to be controlled by it, bro. Because a Pisces feel like, hey, if I choose to do something that I know is wrong, then I do know the consequences, bro. So I'm not surprised what happens to me doing something stupid. How we know that to be true? John Wayne Gacy, Richard Ramirez, knowing they doing something wrong, but just not giving a damn. Meaning, hey, I know that, y'all gonna do what y'all gonna do, and I'm gonna do what I do. See? Because with Pisces, it's all about separating and creating the distance, bro. Now, another thing is most people, like I say, they only listen to the words, bro. Pisces watches behavior, energy, body language, motives, and consistency. So if you stay consistent, there ain't no room for the illusion. See, and that's why like illusions only put it to you like this. Illusions only survive when excuse me, y'all. Illusions only survive. Turn this, okay. When it comes to the illusion, they only survive when okay. Whoa, shit. I don't know why I started shaking again with this. It's still shaking, bro. We got to talk about that syphilis shit. Now the phone shaking, bro. All right, so when they okay, so basically is that, let me make sure I got the right thing because I didn't messed up. Let me go down. Okay, I see where I left off now. All right, so with the illusions, okay, they can only survive when reality isn't examined, bro. So there's no observation, then that's the only way that the illusion can survive, okay? Illusions, they only survive when the pattern is ignored, bro. You ignore it, that's the only way. You can't ignore no illusions, bro. Illusions only survive when the feelings outrank the facts. So when the truth is inconvenient, that's how, like I say, because people can assume that the illusion that they see is real. That's the whole problem. Because you can hear something that sounds good and then you fall for it. Then it's like, oh, you could look at the potential when you shouldn't be looking at the potential of the situation. And most people that do that, especially if a Pisces does it because they may not want a situation to go down a certain way. Now, some people don't know that if you ignore the illusion, that's how the illusion becomes stronger. Now, here's the funny part. The pattern, bro. All it has to do is happen more than one time, bro. See, once you know that you're dealing with a pattern, the illusions literally expire, bro. Because the whole thing is the pattern is easy to see. And it's like, you know, if somebody do something more than once, you kind of get turned off by it, like, oh man, here we go again, right? And it's like, you could tell that most people seldomly change. See? So here, it's like, that's why you can't be emotionally invested into things, bro. See, not right away. Now, let's say if you become attached to the person that's that you see the pattern in, you know, in, or you witness it, that could keep you attached to it. See, you might let the person slide with things because, you know, oh, we're cool, we're friends, or whatever the case may be. So if the pattern was hidden from you, then it's almost like, damn, you know, at that moment glance, the truth is inconvenient, right? So the pattern is easy to spot once you stop listening to the promises, meaning that person's word, and you start to observe their behavior instead. Now, another thing you cannot do is make exceptions for them, because that, if you, like I said, you do anything to hide the illusion, it's not good, then it's a bad thing to do. Now, when you okay, another thing is when you try to explain things for a person of why it happened, or, you know, what, when, where, how, that's how you keep the illusion there. So always remember that words create possibilities and actions create patterns. So the patterns in itself, they end up creating conclusions, bro. So that's how Pisces end up coming up with, hey, you know, they figure out through the help of their intuition, discernment, and observation that, okay, boom, now I've reached a conclusion. This is what it was. This is how it happened. I now see why this person was talking to this person only. They see the whole entire picture, bro. That's why the picture is never had full, you know, to begin with. So it's like, either Pisces come into your life, they're going to come into your life to consume, see, to absorb, and to heal. So it's like, until a person really lock in, fam, until then, bro, they not gonna like a Pisces, because a Pisces gonna end their cycle, bro. So like, comment, share, subscribe, and like I say, I'll catch y'all tomorrow on the next two. Thanks for watching.